Okay. This is gonna be fun. I have the music volume up all the way because I actually think my audio, I'm kind of worried what it's gonna be like. Okay, I'm kind of worried how my audio is gonna be. But let's try it. If I have to take the stream down, I take the stream down. I'm gonna do some sanding in the garage. Let me know if you need me though, okay? I'm kind of worried that it's with the sander running, it's gonna be really obnoxious. It was last time. We'll see. I might just mute myself. That's always an option with this headset. Okay. But I'll grab my tablet so that you oops. Yep, there's my setup here. Haha. Alright, I'm carrying 2 phones and a tablet with me. Neato burrito. Alright. Let's see what kind of battery life a tablet gets. Okay, the speaker's off, the live stream's running. Sure. Oh, and we need to turn on the bots. Thank you for making the chat messages, Mike and Rise and Shine. Thank you guys. I'm walking downstairs. No. First of all, you guys want to see the dog? This is where, if she's not in the room, this is where she is. And when she's not in the room with me. Right, Nova? Hi, girl. Hi, Nova. Oh, you're so sweet. Alright. I got my magnetic mount set up. It's going to take me a moment to set up the sander downstairs. I don't know how... Yeah, Lauren? Yeah, one sec. Lauren dropped her phone. Okay. I think she's not wanting to move. Maybe the baby is borderline asleep. Oh, my knees. Yeah. Do you need the charger, Lauren? Okay. There you go. Lauren, I'll have my cell phone on me, okay? Okay. Yes, this might be a little tricky for me to set up, but I'll do the best I can. These live streams, you know, it's like, I could do all this prep work getting it started, but I feel like doing it live is more motivation for me to not, like, try to make it perfect. Okay, we got some 3D shapes of the Project W mice coming. Yeah, I saw that. I saw they posted to their Discord. It is, I should have mentioned it, but the best analogy I can give for... Sorry, you guys are looking at the inside of my washing machine. The best analogy I can give for the shape of Jaeger is Lamzu Atlantis Mini meets Viper Mini. It's quite a nice shape for an aggressive kind of pincer claw. But if you don't pincer claw, if like Lamzu Mini is too aggressive for you, this is probably too aggressive for you. It has more like hip flare than Lamzu Mini, so it's like safer in that regard. And like the sides are a little bit flatter. I mopped today. I mopped my garage. It's an epoxy floor. I did this when I first bought the house. You know, certain things you have to do before you get all your shit. So we are going to need water. We're going to need... Yeah, we're going to need water. We're going to need... Oh, man. You know, it was so warm out today. It was a high of 60 today. Incredible here in Michigan. I could actually put myself in... I was thinking about putting myself in... Wait, what was I going to grab? I was going to grab... a mount. Yes. I was thinking about going in Discord so that Daz could come and chat, but I don't think that's going to be productive because once this sander is running, it's going to be incredibly loud. Once I get the camera set up, we will do an audio check with the sander. Let's see how this is here. Okay. Then a little something like that. Ooh, it's kind of flops around, huh? What if I do like this? Okay, that's okay. The mount looks good. What's the camera angle like? I'm in a washing machine. Yeah, this is garbage content. I don't know why you guys like this, but y'all wanted it. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, I can correct that. No problem. Good old droid cam. Flip. There we go. Okay. How's the framing here if I stand back here by the sander? It's a bit low, isn't it? Okay. I can fix that. So I should have probably watched my previous video where I talked about lessons learned from doing this. That's pretty good. I got a really busy background. I can't really put the webcam. I would love to do the webcam up high, but I don't think I'll be able to, like, reasonably. Vertical video I could do, but it looks like crap. Okay, I can maybe fix this. Sorry, you guys are going to be upside down for a moment. So one day I'm going to get a nicer car than my Rust Bucket that I currently drive. 2004 Subaru Forester. And when I do, cars are always bigger and it's not going to fit on my side of the garage anymore and I'm going to be sad. Yes. It will be a sad day. Okay. So I reckon I can do a little something like this. Feel bad for the people tuning in who are like, I wanted to see some mouse base sanding. And they're like, I guess I'll come back to the stream in an hour when this kid figures out how to do his stuff. Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. Oh. Dang, I do have to do it this way. Okay. Let's crank this down some. Okay. I like that. Get the Xiaomi car. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, doggy, what were you barking at, huh? Can I do like that? Okay. My setup is so jank, but it works. Okay. Let's see if this thing... I remember this thing, it like didn't want to start last time. Good at starting, and it's still aligned. So I have no idea how cooked the audio is right now with this thing running. Okay, let's check that again. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Oh, that's actually not bad. That's not bad, chat. Okay. I mean, yes, it's obnoxious because it's a friggin' sander, but that's usable. Okay. And then I will keep the tablet over here so it doesn't get super dusty. I'll have to walk over and read it whenever you guys send a chat message, but okay. I think, how's the framing? And I'm happy with the framing. I think I am. Maybe I should be a little bit closer to the camera. You guys can see a little bit better. Good noise canceling on the mic. Yeah, maybe. Is this framing better? Yeah, that is better. I could even zoom in. Let's tilt you down more. And you know, I did just clean the floors in here. I actually could let Nova in here. I could let Nova in here if I wanted to. I could put down a blanket for her to lay on. So what I'm going to do for dust mitigation this time is I'm going to wet sand. Okay, I'm going to put down some doggy towels for Nova in case she decides to lay out here. I did just mop the floor, so like, I mean, it's as clean as you can mop a garage floor to be. And then I squeegee it. Oh, this poor dog is just chilling on a rug. Oh, you poor thing. Okay, let's grab you a few of your doggy towels. I did get, you guys know from AliExpress how you can water the tree and you get a prize for 10 cents or whatever, and it's like friggin' impossible. I do have that towel. I actually ordered 2 of them, and one of them never showed up. So, dog, where do I want you so you're not getting plastic all over you? I think maybe by the sink here, but then you're not in the camera shot, and that's what people want to see. Over here, I guess? I don't know, man. Like, she's even gonna lay here, dude. she's gonna go wherever she damn well pleases. Alright, come on out, Nova. Okay. Good girl. Oh, I should lock my car while I remember. Cool, it locked. Okay, Nova. I don't even know. How long are we into the stream? We're like 20 minutes into the stream and I haven't even touched a mouse yet. I do have... You guys can check my Twitter if you want to see some of the ones that I'm doing. I did take like a screenshot of a bunch of the bases because I take weights before and after to see how much I improved. Okay, and then this blanket will just be like wadded up because sometimes she likes to prop on stuff. Alright, and then let's get a cup for water. That cup is really gross, but it's a good cup. I will use it. I'll just clean it out real quick. The cup that I use for, like, automotive fluids. But sure, it'll work. She can actually lay on the stuff? We'll see. She doesn't go in the garage that often, so she's probably really curious about a bunch of stuff. If she lays on the floor, I'm not too concerned. The few like dirty spots that you see aren't really that dirty, so. So what I'm doing is I'm filling up a cup with water because I found last time wet sanding helped keep temperatures down and it helped keep dust down. Yeah. I was laid off from a job, so I did a whole bunch of home improvement stuff, and one of the things was I put a sink in my garage. One of the best tools you can have, dude. And because I was unemployed, and like my wife wasn't doing well in her career either, and we had just bought a house and just bought a wedding, or just had a wedding, I was like freaking broke, so I made it out of like free wood I got from Craigslist. Sketchy dude in a sketchy town. Okay. And then the mice. That would help, huh? So I think it's in total 41. I was looking at it and I was like, oh good, I'm doing fewer mice this time than last time. I think because last time took me a while, but I think last time I did like 45. So this is kind of like the same amount. I don't really know where to start. So what grid do I have on here currently? I think this is a fire grid. I want to say this is maybe 120. And I probably could do some of the bases that don't have a lot of material to take off with the finer grit. Like, I probably could do a Cyrox. Where's my Cyrox bases? The M800 Mini is also a pretty thin base. There's a Cyrox base. There's a Cyrox base. Let me check. Aula V9. No, that one needs more. Because the heavier the grid, if it's not obvious, the heavier the grid, it's going to leave deeper grooves and it'll remove more material compared to a finer grit. We're doing Mad Lines. We're doing Aula V9 and V9 Plus. Is that shirt from a band? Oh, yes, it's from the band A Day to Remember. My wife got it for me not that long ago. Is she licking something? Nova? Okay. She's over by the rock salt and I thought I heard a licking sound. Don't lick the rock salt. M800 Pro Mini is a pretty thin base. So the thinner bases, I don't want to remove a ton of material. So, was there one more? I thought I had one more. Where is my deluxe M900 Pro V2 base? That was a pretty large base. Here it is. Yeah, that one's pretty thin. So, like, on this here, shows up, yeah. I really only need to take off the ridge. It's already a rather thin base, and the ridge is pretty small. So I'm thinking I'll just do a thinner grit sandpaper on this. So Nova might not love that sound. And I don't really know the trick to wet sanding here. Do I just dunk it? Nova's a rock salt enjoyer? Yeah, dude. Oh, that works really nicely, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I might want to go to a heavier grit. Man, I'm gonna barely be able to hear messages. I'll turn up my volume. Good old wireless headsets, dude. Hey, look, Nova's in her spot. She's actually... Am I blocking it when she's there? Oh, I am blocking her. Dang. I can move forward some. Okay. Maybe this framing is better. Oh, yeah, that framing is better. Okay, cool. Hey, chat, it's the Shrumper. Ah, Nova just wants to chill with her dad. That's cute. Yeah, I know. She's adorable. So, Schwamper, I'm doing wet sanding this time from the start. Last time I did dry, and I learned that wet is better at taking away the heat so you avoid warping. And it keeps dust down. So, right now, I'm trying to get down... I sanded down the ridges. I'm not going to show every single one that I'm going to do because there's a lot to do here. And I definitely don't expect anyone to stick around through all this noise. But, like, I've already... So the ridges are pretty much gone for the main skates, which is what I wanted. But the sensor lens is still deeper. I think I'm going to try to take the material down to that sensor lens level. And I also noticed this thing, it flings most of the debris that way, but it kind of flicks some up. Like if I put some water on it here, I get a little bit of water splashing on my hand, so I don't want to stand right behind it. Yeah, I did like having it at the corner earlier because then I could walk around it. I might do that at some point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move. This is splashing on my arm, so my arm's turning kind of black. To be fair, we hear no noise. That's crazy. That's insane. I do have the music turned up a bit louder because I figured I'm gonna be louder. So, yeah, maybe I should have cleaned my garage after doing this, but oh well. It was warm outside today, and sometimes it's not about having perfect timing, it's just about getting things done. That's something I'm like working on at like in life in general, is I can be a bit of a perfectionist. Yeah. Like that's advice for anyone who's like looking at doing content creation in particular. In 80%, a good enough piece that's available is better than the perfect piece that's unavailable. I'm gonna bring the tablet over to my over here actually. Hell yeah, wet sanding is the move. What grid are you gonna go up to? I am not gonna go for like a mirror finish, as fun as that would be. Maybe on another stream someday. How can I do this? So right now, I actually don't even know what I'm at, dude. I am using CRO. Where's the grid? EX33 400. This is 400 grit starting, so I haven't even done any other sanding yet. Did I miss the part where he sands the mice? No, not at all. Hey, Mad Hater, good to see you. It's very crucial to keep consistent pressure. Because you don't want any burn spots. The water droplets. So when I dunk the mouse, there's like a ton of little water droplets that still stay on it, and they vibrate like crazy when I'm sanding it. It looks kind of funny. Kind of makes it look like Jello. So I think the belt is a little bit uneven because I'm feeling like a pulsation, and it makes the base feel uneven, but then when I put the base on the tabletop, it feels perfectly smooth. And that's all that matters, baby. I don't know, should I talk about, like, should I avoid talking? Because it's so noisy. I can't really hear myself, but if you guys can hear me fine, then, I suppose I could talk about topics and stuff. I ordered a bunch of mice today. Oh, my dog is so sweet, dude. She's so good. Look at that. I was right about propping on the towel. And I also put it up against the... I put it kind of with her back to that bench there because she does like to... She doesn't like being out in the open. I think that's like a general animal thing. A lot of animals don't like being just out in the open. Like if you guys watch mice, mice are always touching a wall. It's, I still remember when I played Combat Arms. Whoops. It was a free-to-play FPS game. Oh yeah, look at the spatter of plastic specks here and on my arm. I don't know if that's coming through. No, but still chill with the sander running. I can only hear you. Awesome, okay. Love the hanging power sockets, you guys. 10 out of 10 will get garages uncommon here. Yeah, this is... I had a really nice one that broke. So I got a cheap Harbor Freight one. And I was like, I'll upgrade someday. Nope, still using the cheap $30 Harbor Freight one. How's this feeling? It still feels solid. Yeah, we're just about down to that sensor lens spot. So wait, what was I talking about before? Oh, I bought a ton of mice today. So you are Medi or whatever his name is on Reddit posted a super light X2 GPX2 in cyan blue for 85. I passed on that because I really don't need a GPX. He posted a X2N medium in white, and I got that for 70. And he posted a Razer Viper V3 Esports green for 85, and I got that. I maybe shouldn't have gotten the Viper. Maybe I should have left that for somebody else. I actually feel a little bit bad about that. I was going to do a color swap with my white to green for like a nice white and green colorway, which I think would look really good. But if I'm being honest, I think she wants to go back in. Maybe. If I'm being honest, guys, I think I should have let somebody else get it because Viper V4 is going to come out. Viper V3 is like pretty much a perfect mouse for me, except the weight could be better, but that's just me being a little bitch about it. And the clicks, ratios just aren't that great, even though Razers are some of the better ones. They're just dull clicks in general. And yeah, V4 takes care of both of those things. You get a weight down to 49 grams. So that means you take out skates and maybe you do a battery swap, unless it's fast charging. And I think like 46, 47 grams is feasible, which is really awesome. And we get the new clicks that are in the Death Adder V4, which are super loud, and I rather like them. They're not my favorite. I still like Armron Opticals more. But I do... They have personality. Am I weird that I like... I have so many mice that... And, you know, you ask why. And I'm not strictly a collector. I definitely do have some, like, fun colorways. Like, I have a... I can't show you guys, but I do have a Pulsar Friends and Family mouse that is not a shape I particularly love. And so I won't really use it. But it's special to me because it kind of feels like an accomplishment to receive something like that. I'm going to have to go to a different grid. This is taking way too long on just 400. But I do switch mice. Like, anytime I play a game, I do like switching mice during the game or taking things to work, which is honestly what I do most of the time because life. But when you have so many mice to choose from, you end up picking ones that are good, but maybe have a little bit something unique about them. So for me, that's been enjoying, yeah, anything that is a little bit unique. Like, where is she? Are you okay, Nova? Yeah, she seems okay. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi, Nova. Hi. Oh, she's stepping in the. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, hi. Hi, cutie. Yeah, hi, baby. Okay, she wants attention. Oh, she's so sweet. Here, I can show you guys progress here. Yeah, don't drink that, Nova. You'll get not microplastics, macroplastics. Rinse this off for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, it's not like the best because it's wet right now, but you can see I'm not quite, the sensor lens groove is still there somewhat. It doesn't feel compromised. It definitely feels thinner. Hey, doggy. Hey, girl. Hey, sweetie. Yeah. Oh, no, don't. I know. She wants to carry something. When she gets all lovey, she wants to grab and hold something. Hey, sweetie. You are so sweet. Okay. But I could pet you all day long and you'd be fine with that. So let's keep moving on. I just don't want her to lay down here because it looks like a paint spatter with all the plastic that's been flung. Why are you digging? Oh, she wants to play. Okay. She could grab her towel and play with her towel. Yeah. Yeah. This is too slippery for her. She doesn't like how slippery it is, I think. Oh, she's digging. I hope that's... I don't think that's on camera. Oh, I should be reading chat. Hang on. I use an electric air duster. Viper V4 as an optical encoder. Yes, it does. It's the same thing as Death Adder V4, but apparently it's a newer sensor, or at least going up to 50,000 DPI. Cool, I guess. She cannot take this out. That would be very bad. Do not break my sander, Nova. In fact, I should pull that up. He wants to play. I know, Nova. Oh, she always wants to play though. I could literally stop the stream and go play with her for 20 minutes and that'd be the only way to appease her, but I would have to be doing that every hour, so I'm sorry, Nova. Bro, did you really get a Maya X for 15? Asks the Mad Hater. Yes, that was without dongle though. And I did look it up and the dongles... Lamzu's pretty weird with their dongle compatibility. The Maya X uses its own thing. So it's unfortunate. There's some Lamzu dongles on AliExpress for $14 with 52% off coins. But they're not Maya X compatible. The Maya X dongle is $20 on Lamzu's website plus $10 shipping. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to look for some way of I want to get a dongle cheaper than that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm literally just, and they said untested, it's listed as parts. So I could use it to color swap with another Maya. I believe the Maya X Fanatic that I have is already black side buttons and a black wheel. But I could maybe color swap with something somehow. Weirdly, the Fanatic Edition Maya X does not have the best coating. The white and black are better. So, like, I definitely plan on just flipping this thing. But yeah, there's sellers on eBay that I follow because I'll, like, have seen them post something at a really good price. And then I'll follow them so then I get notifications when they post new things. Yeah, in here's a little bit boring for her. Like she's enjoying sniffing around, but yeah, the open space she wants to play. You know, we don't have a very big home. It is like a colonial, which is really nice, but it's only like 1,600 square feet. I don't know, maybe this sounds like insane to some people. Here in the US, it's not small, but it's definitely not big. So she doesn't have a lot of space to run. I want to finish the basement soon so that she has more space to run. I think she'd really appreciate that. Does it not work in wired mode? Sometimes I see untested and I'm like, why? Yeah, that's true. They might have just not... I mean, part of it is if you're an eBay business, it's not worth your time. Remember, if you're going to pay somebody even minimum wage, if it's going to take them a couple hours of troubleshooting, there goes like all your margin that you had for that item. Not to mention, like, a lot of the sellers that I have saved on eBay for mouse stuff, they are not mouse people. They are like large electronics pallet auction people. So it's more about volume and speed rather than specific mouse know-how. Mice are straight up not profitable. I think go watch not Aim Adapt, Diamond Lobby's video on like the mouse content creator side. Yeah, like content creators probably, if I had to guess, probably make 2 to, I don't know, 10x in affiliate stuff rather than like AdSense. And the thing that I do about like buying and selling and refurbing, I'm probably less profitable per hour than content creation, but I think it's also, I find it more fun than content creation. There we go. I finally got past the sensor lens. Oh, she slipped. Nova slipped. I hope that was on stream. Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't really on stream. Damn. It was funny. She slipped on the... She's trying to find things to play with in here. Like little pieces of dust. She likes to pick them up with her teeth and throw them. It's really cute. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be what a finished one looks like. And I'm going to rinse this off and show you guys. And then I will switch grit to something more aggressive. And I will go through and... Yeah, so 400 is nice because it's smooth enough where, like, skates are going to adhere really well to it. But it is... But it is also aggressive enough where things actually... Oh no, I actually did go through the front of it a little bit. I did go a little bit thin. Okay, well, we'll see how I did when I put it on the scale. I don't have the scale down here. I'll do scale pictures afterward. You guys can see this corner at the top right, top left corners. Got a little thin there. Yeah, it's a little bit more bendy than before, but not a ton. I'm really glad I hot glued in the DPI button so that didn't come loose. Yeah, it feels good. The sensor lens is down. How about the door? Does the dongle door still work? Sometimes when they get too thin, they get like too bendy. Yeah, dongle door still works. Cool. Okay. Cool. And then you see the speckling on my arm. Yeah. But that is much better than dealing with the dust. How much property with your home? Curious. I'm on 0.44 acres. So I have a big enough backyard where a push mower takes like 2.5 hours, but it's small enough where I'm I did it with a push mower for years. And then actually last year I started using a service. I need to... Can I just get this off without doing the stupid thing? Oh, Lauren's calling me. Oh, my hands are all dirty though, honey. Gonna be a minute. Okay, Nova, I gotta borrow one of your towels. see what Lauren needs. I swear, if she just dropped her phone again, I'm gonna be like, bro. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, thanks, hon. Okay. Sweet. Let's check real quick. Check. Oh, no way! Yeah! Okay, so chat. Lauren just told me to check Amazon Vine, which is where we get... No way, Lauren! That was the phone? Remember the phone that I returned?
Yeah.
The, like, insane... I'm gonna get it, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's Tank X. I don't actually know much about this one, but yeah, so I can request this item. And then look at the mouse that's in. So basically on Vine, sometimes we get seeded products like based on our shopping history. So Royal Clutch MG5, I already have the ocean one, but bro, I will gladly take a black one. I can even do some color swaps. And yeah. I don't really feel bad about taking mice that I already own on... Okay, let's see. Wait, what options do I have? I actually don't think I'm supposed to show you guys the interface. So I have options for white, black, and mixed color, which I'm thinking is going to be Save the... Yeah, it's the Save the Oceans. It's like a speckled...
That's cool.
Yeah, I already have that one. I do. It's saved. Yeah, it's made out of recycled plastic, so you feel your consumerism saves whales or something. I will get the white. It does look nice, yeah. And the coatings on white mice are usually a little bit more rubbery and grippy, weirdly. So I'll request that product. Awesome, thank you, hun. And even though I already own the mouse, I don't feel bad about it because I'm going to post really good disassembly photos and a good Amazon review so people will hopefully benefit from that content. Because, dude, there's some really crappy Vine reviewers out there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or they'll, like, very clearly use AI to write it. I brought Nova in the garage, by the way, with me. She's being very sweet. Yeah, she's off camera right now, but she's laying down at the garage door over this way. I'll send you a picture, Lauren. Oh, how adorable. I am live, by the way, right now, just so you know. Okay. Rugged phones. Yeah, so this Tank X, I actually bought.
Can I let you go so you can hear stream?
It's okay. Yeah, in a minute. So Tank X.
You're talking to me. You're talking to your stream.
A bit of both. Yeah. So this is using a good CPU. It's got a nice big battery. The only downside to this is it's like really friggin' bulky. Oh, good. They upgraded the display. It's 750 nits now. It's brighter than it was before. Still not like industry leading, but yes, I will actually try this. And then a head. Do I want to see this headset? Is it wireless? It is wireless. Oh, it's only $60 though. It's probably compared to what I have here. Part of me wants it for the like algorithm optimization. What's the full name of the phone? Yeah, I think I probably will pass on the headset just because it's gonna be... I don't really want to put the time into review. I don't know. It is nice to have... It's closed back. No. I need to get the Turtle Beach Atlas Air. It's the one I want. Yeah, I will pass on this. The headset for chat watching, Royal Clutch HG103 wireless. $60 on Amazon. I'm gonna pass on that. But the phone, the company 8849 Tank X, using a Dimensity 8200, Android 15, 17,000 milliamp hour battery, 120 hertz screen. Okay, all right, I'm gonna let you go, hun.
When you get that moment, just at least before we go to bed tonight, I have some heavy stuff on the porch that I need you to bring in.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna do that during my stream, but yeah, no problem, I'll do that.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, it's like nothing crazy valuable that we need to bring in immediately, right?
Well, tea. Tea drinks.
Okay, cool. Okay, yep, cool. Thank you so much, hon. I'm glad you checked.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. Yep, will do. Love you, hon. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
All right, sorry, experiencing that interruption. Cool. Yeah, those 8849 phones are pretty interesting. I wanted like a rugged phone for a little bit. I ended up getting a Galaxy S23 Ultra because like even though it has a smaller battery, it still has like really good battery life. Yeah. It's awesome how supportive your wife is of your hobby. Yeah, Lauren's always been the type who like if you get excited about something, she like will also get excited about it. The only double-edged sword to that is like if I have like something irresponsible that I want to do, she won't always correct me on it. But yes, in general, it is an incredibly positive thing. Perfect example is my Miata. When I got my Miata, dude, learning stick in it, I was pretty discouraged, especially since I don't know, it's harder than what people think. And maybe I'm just bad at it too. Maybe there's that. But she wanted me to go out every night and she would come with me in the summertime and we would just drive up and down our neighborhood because I didn't want to go on public roads yet. And she was like super cool to just like go on her phone and hang out with me. So she's always been super supportive. She's super supportive of the live streaming. Like right now she's taking care of the baby like during all of this, which is just crazy. Yes, she's very supportive of hobbies. I am glad that like she'll be a good mother to the children in that way too, you know. I hope I can be too. So we did 400 grit before. Headset actually looks pretty good for the price. Yeah, I have no idea. If you guys think so, I will request it. Items are not free for us. We don't pay anything up front, but we pay income tax here in the US. So that headset is $60 on Amazon, right? So the US government sees it as we just earned $60 worth of income. So we have to pay income tax on it. So I don't request things willy-nilly. Especially since you have to do the review too, which takes time. I don't want to do an 80 grit is too much. 400. Doesn't say. 240. I feel like doing a 120. 150. 150. 150. 120. How does 120 feel? 120 might be too much. Let's do 150. I have a whole bunch of the 150s, and that's kind of a weird grit, so sure. Yeah, Amazon Vine's interesting. It's definitely, it was life-changing. It's really changed over the years. We joined in, I think, summer of 2023. Yeah, that sounds about right. And it was pretty life-changing for a little bit. Like, we were not buying stuff from Amazon anymore. We were just requesting stuff. It's mostly cheap Chinese knockoff items, okay? It's not just like, oh, I want a Ninja blender, so I'm just going to go request one and write a review. No, it's like an algorithm that things get posted at certain times, and I don't know. I'm also not supposed to like talk about it apparently in the terms of use. I made a Reddit post a while back talking about it on Mouse Review, and somebody DM'd me from a different subreddit being like, yo, I don't think you're supposed to do this. And I was like, oh shoot, thank you. Okay, let's try with a more abrasive grit. Let's start out with a mouse that I don't care as much about. Why don't we do... Oh, I have two Kaisona Jupiters, but that one doesn't have a lot of material to remove. All right, we're going to do the ML901 Thunder Robot. Framing still looks good. Yep. Nova's back in her spot. Good. I don't have to zap her again. Haha, very funny. Phalanges. The SoC on that phone is a bit weaker, but the SoC and everything else is top notch for a rugged phone. Yeah, the Dimensity 8200 is not... You guys gotta remember that a lot of these rugged phones, like, suck. Okay? Bad. So Dimensity 8200 is not too bad. The massive battery is really fun. Like, I might use that as a live streaming phone then, because, like, what's my phone at right now? I'm using, right now my live stream phone is a Galaxy Z Flip 3. 74%. It was at 100. So, and how long have we been live for? If we just call it live for an hour, I've got 4 hours of battery life on a live stream. So that's quite doable. But like a rugged phone would be nice. But I'll probably use it as like a proper phone. So this is I'm adjusting the trim knob on the sander, and I'm watching the sander, the belt is like, I'm centering it basically. That looks pretty well centered. So then we're just gonna dunk the mouse. I'm gonna put a little bit of water on the belt too. So today was my brother-in-law's well, we celebrated his birthday. Actual birthday is tomorrow. So we went to a local brewery / restaurant, and they have something called Cosmic Fries that used to be called Crack Fries because they're so addictive. But I don't know if somebody got butthurt about that, so they changed the name. But they're just like nicely crispy fries with like a nice peppery seasoning to them. They're unique. They're not, insane. It's still a French fry. But they're good. And you gotta get those when you go there. I ended up getting I got a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. I love spicy sandwiches. It's very good and tender and juicy. Oh yeah, this is a thick boy. I'm glad the material comes off so much faster. I gotta keep it wet. And I'm spinning it to try to not make it like all groovy in one angle, Kind of doing a random sanding pattern. Dude, look at I don't think this shows up on camera, but just the chunks that come off of it. This is looking... Oh, I should have shown you guys the before and after. Because this is a Thunder Robot mouse. So, I don't know if you guys can find pictures of the Thunder Robot ML901 bottom. It has, like, all this... Oh! Yeah, it has, like, all these triangles and crap on it. And right now, the only triangles you're seeing are where the skates are. But I'm going to try to get down to where this charging dock, whatever the hell this inset is. Oh, okay, Nova wants back inside. Okay, Nova. There you go, Va. Bye-bye, Nova. She'll probably want to come back out at some point when she realizes she's not next to me. This dog loves me so much. I'm so blessed. Sometimes Lauren gets a little sad because Nova really likes hanging out with me. Like, more so than Lauren. I think it's just because I play with Nova so much, but also... I mean, this is more interesting than my wife sitting in a recliner with the baby. But, like, you see that Nova eventually got fed up with the noise or whatever. No, my wife has had German Shepherds growing up, and she said that German Shepherds often pick a person, and that's their person. And Nova has picked me, which is really sweet of her. 11 people watching this noisy garbage? Okay. You guys probably want me to talk about mice. I can talk a little bit about, like, the mouse that I'm standing right now. ML901. It has a unique coating. The base is quite hefty here with some RGB. There's the ML903, which is the 4K, no RGB, slightly lighter version. This 901 is 73, 76 gram. I think it's advertised at 76, but actually comes in at 73 on my scale. And then the 903, I don't know what that's at. I don't think it's much lighter. I want to say it's maybe like 65 or 68, something like that. So, oh, I'm getting thin here. Oh, I'm getting thin. Oh, I'm getting thin, chat. Okay, we gotta save some meat for the next round of sanding. I don't know if that was a message or my dog. First search is literally your post. LOL. Oh, do I have a disassembly post? I might. Yeah, I need to update my spreadsheet too. Man, having a sink inside the garage is so nice. Yeah, I went a little thin. You see, I went thin up here. I don't think those triangles are supposed to be showing through. I'm like going down, that's the RGB underneath. It's a little bendy right here. It's not bad though. I don't know how much we took off. We'll see when I do the, you know what? I'm like gonna whack my head on that camera every time. So I'm going to, do I have a clamp here? Oh, I do have clamps. Okay. Sorry, bear with me. I'm gonna change the clamps. Yeah, Thunder Robot, dude, they're weird. They do some interesting choices. They're not, you know, targeting the super uber FPS gamer market, I don't think. The ML9 Mini, though, is legitimately a good mouse. It is legitimately a success if you wanted a Cooler Master MM712 successor. It is very close in shape to that. And it has higher polling rate and such. But it's not any lighter, I don't think. And Cooler Master with the... There we go, that's better. Cooler Master with the MM712, like, it still is, what, a 50 gram mouse? Something like that? Okay, so... let's move on to the next base. So this one, I will just make a little ring there, and that's the partially done. So I have to be really careful with... Let's do a thinner base, and let's go a little bit slower. I'm going to use less force. This is Deluxe M900 Mini, which is another one that I have a Reddit post on. And this is 240 grit sandpaper. I'm going to go a little bit lighter, because this does not need as much. It's already a somewhat thin base. And the skate ridges are not very big to begin with. I can feel it getting a little warm, so we're going to dunk it, give it some more water. Water so dark, Ruffalo might make a docu about it. I don't know the Mark Ruffalo reference, but yeah, that was just from the first mouse too. This takes off material so much faster than that 400 grit. That 400 grit also might have been a bit worn down. I don't know how much use it had seen. Yeah, no, it's like... I don't know if this is going to come through on camera. Yeah, no, you can see the backside of it. Yeah, it's a little bit translucent. It might have been that way before too. But I think that's all I need to do to this. Maybe a little bit more, actually. I don't want it to poke through. I don't want to break through. That just kind of makes it look cheap. And like I'm really bad at this, which maybe I am. Ironically, I probably have more experience in mouse base sanding than like most other people. But what what does it matter? out of the 10 people that have attempted it, you know, cool, I'm number 4. I don't know. People have definitely done a better job. Schwampers are really nice, where he does like automotive polishing. It looks so good. But I got 41 mice to do, and I'm only like, this is only number 3. So that ain't happening, Schwamper. The DuPont movie Dark Waters. I don't know it. That was risky. I shouldn't have bent down there with my t-shirt sleeve right next to this thing. That's how accidents happen. Yeah, I remember a boss at work. I saw him angle grinding something, or using a grinding wheel on something, and he took off his gloves, and I was like, "Do you want your gloves back?" And he was like, "What? No." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, rotating equipment, you should never wear gloves." And I was like, "Oh, that makes a ton of sense. I've always just worn gloves when using like a bench grinder." But yes, that is a terrible idea in hindsight. Because it's much better to nick your finger than it is to get your glove sucked into the bench grinder. Alright, that's it for the M900. I'll come back to that one. Let's do M800 Mini Pro next. This mouse, dude, I tell you, this is a great mouse, but I have wireless interference problems pretty bad at work. So it makes me lose a lot of confidence in the product. And just like that, I felt the skate ridges are gone already. Yep, they're gone. Yeah, when you first put the mouse down, you can feel it grab pretty good. And then you feel it... Or the opposite. It doesn't grab much, and then all of a sudden when the skate ridges are gone, it grabs harder. Swamper, chiseled chest, sanded chest. What? 13 people watching this garbage? I don't know. The M800 Mini, I remember people were hyping it up as like, oh my gosh, it's a 1-to-1 Viper Mini, and it's definitely not. It's like Viper Mini meets Hitscan Hyper. Like, it's a very good shape. The coating is kind of that like snotty silicone feeling coating. It's a coating, so I guess it's better than none, but it still isn't my favorite. And then it has it's I think like 48 grams with a 500 milliamp hour battery. And you swap the battery and you're down to like 41 grams. Check my Reddit posts. Just search any of my Reddit posts. If you just search name a mouse and disassembly, so like M800 disassembly. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Or battery swap is what I'll often title them too. And it's like the Armor Opticals in it, the TTC V2s in it feel good. And maybe I shouldn't have taken them out, but the Armor Opticals in them just feel so good. So like, it's a really good product. It's just the wireless interference that has me always questioning it. And I did get actually from Vine a 4K receiver for deluxe mice. And I forget what the issue is, but I could not pair it to the M800 Mini, which is sad. So, yeah, my review of it was just like, here's pairing instructions, and it didn't work with my M800 Mini. I did actually I did paste the, you know, sometimes all you have to do for like a good review is the freaking manual that is included in the box. Just upload pictures of it. It's too bad that Amazon... Oh, what do we want to do next? Cyrox? I got Cyrox V8 and V6. We'll do the V8 first. This is already a very lightweight base. Oh, there's not a lot for me to grab onto. This is actually pretty hard to grip. Yeah, this is actually pretty tough to grip. I'm definitely gonna send this one flying. We'll just be very light about it. Yeah. It's funny, I keep feeling like I hear the ping sounds of messages, but... Oh, it's because I'm on top chat. Maybe I need to go to all chat. Oh, that's so stupid. Why does it default to all chat versus top chat? I only have 15 viewers, guys. I'm not some big Board's a YouTuber who has like spammers probably joining his stuff. Okay, there we go. Good evening, glad you're online. I would love to ask you 2 questions. Okay, I would love to give you answers, but one piece of advice. If you ever message people, like public people, anything, do not start with, can I ask you a question? I literally ignore questions like that on Reddit. When I get DMs, just ask the question. Busy people don't wanna be like, yes, you have permission. It's kind of like if you've ever I know like famous people will say, how do you feel about random fans coming up to you in public and asking for a photo? And they'll be like, oh, it's fine, but don't be weird about it. Like, don't be giving me the side eye for 15 minutes when I'm in a restaurant. Just come up, do the thing, get your picture, and move on. Don't be all like lingering and weird about it. Because, like, yes, I would love to answer your questions. You're a niche within a niche. Very niche. Yes. Alright, that might be it for the Cyrox. I really don't know. They are getting kind of bendy, so we'll just call it there. I'll change my water, too. I probably should have turned off the sander. Refreshing. My wife, today, we were at the restaurant, and they were ordering drinks. She had beer for the first time since pregnancy. So, like, in a year, basically. And, yeah, why do I hear ping sounds, but I don't actually see any messages? I hope something's not broken. Maybe I'm just going crazy. And she said that she's actually really been enjoying ice water. She's like, I love when I'm feeding the baby to have like my thermos, my tumbler filled with ice, like really nice cold ice water late at night. I'm like, that's pretty based. I respect that as a water drinker myself. Okay, that might have just been me hearing things. That's time I actually heard a message. Is there a difference in the MCU 52860 VG and FQ Pro Max and the Nordic 54L besides battery performance? It's going to come down to firmware. The biggest thing is going to be... So, I'm not an expert here, but, like, we're talking about a chip, right? So a chip has a power consumption and, like, a amount of performance. Mice are pretty damn low performance. Have low performance requirements. Like 54H20 that's like Razer is using, way overkill for mice. This is stuff usually used in like IoT devices, like smart cameras and such, that need to communicate with all these wireless protocols. So mice are way overspec when they have those. So like a Compex MCU versus the Nordic, I don't really know performance differences. All I can talk to is Nordic 54L is incredibly low power consumption. I'm not familiar with that. Compex MCU, like 52840 and 820, I think I am. I want to say I've come across those, but not 860. So then what it comes down to, really most importantly, is the firmware. Like, I don't care how power efficient your MCU is. If you have an absolute dog shit firmware with like pulling instability and wireless interference, although that's more antenna design, and all these other issues, high click latency, motion latency, doesn't matter about your MCU selection. You bork the firmware. So maybe that gives you some insight. I'm sorry that I don't have like a more direct answer. There is a really nice LinkedIn post. If you search on Mousecast, we're gonna do VXE Mad Lions Mad G next here. This one I hope I can get pretty lightweight. Was she allowed to drink sparkling water? Yeah, sparkling water. Carbonation is fine. It's just alcohol you can't have while pregnant. And I guess it's fine while breastfeeding. I hope that she looked that up. I don't know. I assume it is. Because she said something about, like, beer potentially being good for milk production. Yeah, there's all sorts of weird things that are good for milk production, like coconut. Yeah, like coconut is good for it. And also, if to prevent getting clogged ducts, because she's had that a few times, you want to use soy lecithin or sunflower lecithin. I don't know what lecithin is. Thanks very much. Second question. My AliExpress delivery came broken to Germany. AliExpress wants proof that the damage was caused by DHL, but DHL needs 4 weeks to give me that proof. And AliExpress closed the return and not wait that long. Oh, damn, that sucks. Well, maybe wait till DHL gives you the proof. It's weird that DHL is giving you the proof. It's not that it was delivered. Like, do you not have the proof? Like, if you ever suspect something is being broken upon delivery, take pictures before you unbox it. Always, especially AliExpress. I'm not blaming you here as a victim. It's that's just really unfortunate that it happened to you. But maybe you can learn from this. I know when I'm suspicious of a package, I'll straight up take photos before I open it. So there's that, and then if once they give you the proof, then try to contact AliExpress back and open the ticket again. I don't really know how that would work. See if you can. And if you can't, did you pay with a credit card? Can you file a chargeback? Can you contact the seller in the message portal on AliExpress? Maybe the seller will work with you. I mean, I think that's kind of a fat chance, but you know, wishful thinking. Lecithin is plant fat. Oh, okay, cool. Is there anything I can do? The mouse is under warranty by the manufacturer. Is it like that the product, that the mouse came broken? Is it that it was a... The fact that you're saying you need to reach out to DHL, I'm thinking it was a shipping, is broken in shipping. It's not a manufacturer's problem. I do video unboxing for stuff over 150. Yeah, solid. Especially you being in India with like freight forwarding and stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm projecting there, but yeah. When you do like freight forwarding, that's just another person handling your shit. So I imagine, you know, that's another weak link in the chain. Physical damage, then yeah, that's the manufacturer's warranty isn't gonna care about that, dude. I don't know, you could try it, I guess, but if I was the manufacturer, I'd be like, sorry. Talk to your delivery service. We delivered the product as sold. The Mad G Max, dude, this is such a good mouse. Really nice coating, nice red colorway. I think that's going to be it for that one. Let's move on to the next one. Mcho's A7 V2. I probably shouldn't base sand this, but here we go. Because I just got the A7X, and the A7X is so good, guys. AimAdapt has a video on it, and he blazes it pretty hard, and it's rightfully so. It's the best GPX phone, I told Daz. It's the best GPX phone, better than any of the A2K, A9 Ultimate, Air, all that. I don't have an Air yet, but definitely better than the Ultimate. Just the click quality, the build quality. Only downside, the side buttons are amazing. The shape is really nice. The coating to the magnesium is really nice. It just feels like such a premium product. It's too bad that it's kind of expensive. But I really like it. The Armor Optic implementation is just really good. It's not quite as good as WL Mouse or Lam2 Maya X, but it is still very good. Man, I wish I could mount the tablet somewhere I could read it better. Because I can even kind of do this without looking. Like, I can look at the camera and do this. And I see all the little water things flying all around. Alright, I think we go a little bit... Yeah, we got to go a little bit more here with 240 grit. But, like, I'm having a hard time reading chat. I wish there was, like, a jumbo version, like a reader version that I could zoom way the heck in on. Glad I paid via PayPal. I think I will open a dispute and describe my problem. Heard PayPal has a good buyer protection. Yes, it does. But get your proof from DHL, whatever that means. I don't really understand how DHL can, like... Why are they going to give you proof that they fucked up a package? I don't know. I feel like whatever photos you took when you first received it and it looks broken. But just get all your information before you hit the dispute button. Because, yeah, all disputes, I think PayPal, I've only done one PayPal dispute, and I was on the seller's side. Some guy was trying to get free shit from me. Oh, no. It was... No, I was on the buyer side. And I think it's a 30-day window. I think you have a 30-day window. So get your ducks in a row before you open that dispute. Are you going to do 600 or higher grit in the second run? Yeah, I will. 240, it's a little bit borderline with how rough it is. Yeah, it's a little bit borderline. I will do like one more pass here of 240 grit on this A7V2. Yeah, it's getting a little bendy. Oh, wow, it is quite bendy. Oh my gosh. Maybe I will stop there, actually. I'm making such a mess of the floor that I just cleaned. Alright, Thunder Robot ML9 Mini. This one I still have the sticker on. So we'll see how it takes off that sticker. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I like that I'm making a mess this way in one confined area. Let's see if I can... I'm going to try to set the box, the tablet up on something that I can read chat a little bit better. Just wash the plastic off my hands. And by wash the plastic, it's more like, it's like powder that's been liquefied, you know? So it's like speckles of like... It's like watercolor. It's like watercolor paint. You ever played around with that stuff when you were a kid? Did I get a message? Just came in today. Simple support for silicone port. Oh, okay, we're getting a message from Fat Free Water from the Project W guys. Could I do a like a box? Box on a box like this? Okay. Now let's wipe down the tablet with the doggy towel. Mm-hmm. Because I got water all over it. All right. Remember it vaguely. It wasn't cheap. Yep. What's up, big man? Hey, Oak. Good to see you, dude. Let's see. Can I do like this? No. Doesn't quite work. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to figure life out here. I'm getting hungry again, dude. Man, I've been, so I'm like the heaviest I've been. Sorry. Maybe that's an overshare, but I'm trying to like lose a little bit of weight, but I'm not like going crazy. I'm not working out or anything. I'm just trying to eat less because I've always been bad. I friggin' grew up in a house that never had snacks, and now that my wife buys snacks, I have zero self-control, and I'm terrible at that, so I need to... So I've been trying to learn self-control. What a friggin' concept. I'm sad. Anyway, so I, like, do not eat... I try not to eat at all unless I am, like, actually hungry. And I try not to snack. I eat real food is the, like, line in the sand that I draw. How can I do this? I like the angle right there. Do I have a clamp? No. Oh, yeah, I could maybe clamp that. How's the viewing angle? Yeah, viewing angle is crap on this. Let's just go to a bigger box even. that spins. I don't like that. That's metal. I don't want to set it on metal. We'll go on this. I guess we'll just do this, actually. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. Will that stay? Sort of. I feel like the vibrations are going to shake it off. I feel like I've lost 85 pounds over the last year. Schwamper, what, bro? 80? Is that a typo? Did you mean 8.5? 85? Damn, yeah, I'm like 200. I was at like 190 for a long time, but now that I'm 200, man, I got my dad gut. I gotta work on that. I think luckily I have a high enough metabolism where I think I don't really have to super hardcore workout. Yeah, I'm just worried about it like you vibrating and falling off. I'll try to grab a clamp here. I don't really like the idea of clamping a tablet to something. Maybe I could just like... Can I do this? Oh, this is so janky. You guys are watching my setup live. I'm literally clamping a piece of cardboard. Okay. How are the vibrations here? Pretty okay. Alright. I've lost 50 from that month-long flu. Dude, Mad Hater, that's insane. Good for you guys, dude. Damn. I'm over here like, oh, I want to lose 10, 20 pounds. And you guys are like, yeah, I'm doing 50 in a month. What? Dude, that's like sickly. That's like, bro, that's how? This looks very experimental, says RPN. Yeah, I've done it before, but sure. We can call it experimental. Great work, that's more than half my... I'm probably closer to 75 pounds actually, but still it's been nice. I feel so much better. Yeah, right on, dude. How'd you do it? Was it diet, exercise, both? Something different? Ozempic? Ozempic was all trending for a while. Do people still talk about it? I don't know. I guess I'm pretty fortunate. I don't drink any drinks. All I drink is water. So that's really easy for me there. I don't drink my calories at all. And then for me, it's just snacking. Snacking is just my weakness. So if I do ever snack, I try to do a healthier snack. I love carrots. Nova loves carrots too. Just the crunch. Oh, they're so good. And then if I do snack with like, if I'm gonna snack with like popcorn, I'll try to portion control. Just pour yourself a small bowl so that you're actually truly getting one serving size and not 6. But for me, the big one is just portion controlling at mealtime and not eating between meals. That's really just it. I built a home gym and have been in a calorie deficit. Yeah, that's one thing. I don't... Oh, man, this is going to trigger some people. Incoming hot take. Is weight loss just as simple as a calorie deficit at its core? Am I just naive here? Like, I know people will, like, complain about genetics and stuff, and I totally get that. But, like, at the end of the day, all you have to achieve is a calorie deficit, right? That's it, right? Right? So, like, I understand that maybe it's going to be harder or easier for some people, but I don't want to make it sound like it's impossible. I don't know. What was it? Maybe like 5-10 years ago, the whole like don't fat shame people was a really big trending thing, and then it seems to have come back around to like, yes, don't fat shame, but also don't encourage unhealthy habits. So I don't know. I don't want to. I'm probably getting too judgy here. I'm not a judgmental person. I don't know. I guess I'm matter of fact, but maybe it can come across as judgy. I think this base is... I think this is pretty good. I could go a little bit more. I don't know how... It's hard to judge on these black ones because you can't really see... You can't really see if you're going too thin until it's too late. The translucent ones The colored ones you can. Yeah. Mine's all in my belly. Yeah, same. My wife too. She gained weight during pregnancy, and she was like really self-conscious about it. I didn't care at all. I feel so bad for women, the changes their bodies have to go through. It is so unfair. But she's also enjoying right now. Breastfeeding just uses so many calories. She's lost, including including baby phalanges weight. She's lost 25 pounds, and him plus placenta was probably, I don't know, 10 pounds. So yeah, in like 6 weeks, she's lost like 15 pounds of her own weight. No major lifestyle changes other than just being strapped to a baby and having to feed him. So like that's pretty cool. Just happy about that. All right, I think we're done with ML9 Mini. Next up is Darmo Shark M3. This is an old version of M3, a yellow base plate version. So I didn't realize this, but Darmo Shark M3 lineup, I think when they went to the Pro or the V2, they slightly changed the side button placement. I found it on one of their like AliExpress listings, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they actually point that out. Because that could be the kind of thing that's like quietly never public information. But now when you have to go to do a color swap, or maybe you buy an old version to try to fix your new version, the side buttons don't line up. Oh yeah, that's a good base sanding right there. I don't know how many people have like been like, oh cool, a mouse podcast, I love mouse news, but then they're like, this phalanges guy is annoying as hell. I'm out. I get it. We all pick content creators that we like. As a content creator, you have to like understand that some people are going to like you for reasons that you have no control over, or for reasons that you don't want to have, like, that you just don't care about. I don't know. It's like all the people who complain that Daz talks too fast. I like the extreme dorkiness. Awesome. Teeth takes a toll from nursing and pregnancy and is often ignored. Really? Teeth? In what way, Mad Hater? I mean, she's still like brushing her teeth and stuff and flossing. Is it just like people self-care is more difficult, so people neglect those things? Is that the point? I don't know if I weighed this Darmo Shark. I hope I did. I don't remember taking a photo weight of this. Calcium deficiency. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I know she said that she might have an iron deficiency, which is common, because she's been craving red meat more, and Lauren is actually allergic to beef, but she has not been having reactions since pregnancy. She used to have, like, upset stomach, kind of, not heartburn, what's the term I'm looking for? Like, whatever, digestive distress? I don't know. And now she, as far as I know, she doesn't. So, like, we've been having steak, like, once a week. It's been great. She made a lovely, in fact, that's what I'll probably eat tonight. She made a really good, like, it smelled like chili when I got home from work. And it was actually a, like, Mexican taco pot dish. So she was cooking, so she had cooked this, like, really nice chili, and then you put rice in it at the end. I can smell IBS. Yeah, IBS. Thank you. I'm gonna rinse off this. Oh, this one had a lot of plastic in it. I think that's thin enough with 240 grit. We'll move on to the next higher grit for the Dharma Shark. Okay. Oh, I need to fill up with water. I should probably use a bigger pot. You know what? I can actually do... Yeah, we'll do this. Oh, this has a crack in it. Okay, well, we'll see if it still works. Switching to a bigger bucket. Sorry, I know I'm off camera, and it's not very engaging when I'm off camera. Nova's back. She's at the glass door saying hi to me, just looking at me. Looking right at my eyeballs, being like, hello, I'm a cutie, and I deserve pets and playtime. I know you are, Nova. Alright. We've upgraded to a bucket now, guys, for the water. I was using this when mixing concrete, I remember. I taped a fill line on here when my dad and I were doing concrete for the deck that I built with him. Bro, I love tacos. I know. We do a weekly taco night in the Phalanges household. Alright, Uweedon S7 Max up next. This is an underrated mouse. This is a really good mouse. Almond Opticals in it felt great. It has a good coating. Really good Uweedon build quality. S7 is forgotten about. They probably like have stopped producing it too. I don't know. All these Chinese manufacturers. Uh-oh, Lauren's calling me. All these Chinese manufacturers are like... They're like batch manufacturers, like keyboards. But there's so much special tooling and stuff that goes into... I don't know why they would. Hey, Lauren. No, I didn't give her dinner. Oh. Okay, I'll give her some dinner. Maybe she deserves a couple carrots in it too. Yeah, she came to me at the glass door and was saying hi. So, okay. Yeah, thank you for that reminder. Whoops, a daisy, poor doggy. Yep, love you, hon. Bye. Alright, you guys heard it. I'm neglecting my pet. Alright, come here, Nova. Let's get your food bowl. Sorry, I'm off camera here. Maybe I should show... No, I'll be quick. I won't dismount the camera. She gets 2 scoops of her food. But before I do that, I'm going to go to the fridge and I'm going to get a couple carrots. She loves carrots. Oh yeah, she came running and she heard the fridge door open. Alright, I carrot myself too. He gets a couple carrots and 2 scoops of her food, and she loves her food is like just a kibble, right? But this one is Taste of the Wild salmon flavored. She loves salmon. The other night my parents came over to spend some time with baby Phalanges, and they brought us over a dinner. It was so nice. They gave us salmon, Norwegian salmon, and it was so buttery and smooth. Oh, it was the best salmon ever, dude. All we seasoned it with was pepper and a little bit of lemon juice. There you go, Nova. Yeah, oh yeah, you're a hungry girl. Yeah, that's what she wanted. That's why she came to the door earlier. Yeah, do Norwegian salmon. Alright, I'm coming back out to the garage. Alright, here we are. Alright, where were we? We were doing the Dharma Shark. Just finished the Dharma Shark M3 and doing the Uweedon S7 Max. I should go get my breakfast. Yes, you should. Chili? Yeah, chili's really good. Chili's one of those things too where like... So my work does an annual chili cook-off around Halloween time. And I'm in a different building from everyone, and the chili cook-off just happens to take place in my building, and I love it. Seeing all the different chilies come in. And chili's one of those things that you're like, yes, chili is chili. Like, oh, I'm in the mood for some chili. But different chilies can be very different, and you don't appreciate it until you have a bunch of them A/B tested. And they do a little, you rank your favorite, you pick your top 3, and they assign points, and whoever has the most points got a gift card. And they also did the costume contest, because it's like dual Halloween party and chili cook-off. Yeah. I like spicy. I like very spicy, so those are always winners for me. But texture is also very important in the chili, You can't have a chili that's all mush, even if it tastes really good. So the taco stew, if you could call it that, because she like cooked rice in it as the final step after everything had cooked down. She purposely left all the meat chunks like chunkier, and I'm really glad she did. Even though it was ground meat, she didn't like pulverize it. Yeah, Lauren did a really good job. I think I'll have that for dinner tonight. What can I take out of my cart? VGN F2 Master Plus, Royal Clutch MG5, Imeku P1 V2, Luna 33 Evo, Kaitsona Uranus Pro. Good question. This is from Hanzolo. Let's see. Royal Clutch MG5 is... Okay, well, first of all, you're trying to reduce costs, right? So some of these mics are way more than others. Luna 33 Evo, maybe? Like, I don't know. How much are you paying for that? The listing I remember seeing was not cheap. Also, RIP, it sounds like you missed the Rakuten 30% cash back day if you're in the US. Imeku P1 V2 out of all these is the least interesting. That and the Kaitsona Uranus Pro. But Kaitsona Uranus is pretty affordable. That's also a pretty common one. Where are you located, Han Solo? If you're in the US, you might be able to get Luna's coming out to about 100-ish. It's a very good mouse. You have to... Are you very interested in the shape? I would only do it if you're like very interested in the shape. US? Kaitsona Uranus, you can even get on Amazon with free returns, and then if you don't like it, you can just return it. Uranus Pro, like, you can even get, I think the 3311 version is on Amazon for like $12 or $13. I have nothing to compare it to be honest. The Luna 33 is a little bit of a wild card here because it's a pretty small shape. Think like, I haven't tried a Susanto, but I think it's like a Susanto. I don't know. For a mouse in its size class, I just like the Hitman Hyperlight so much more. The Luna 33, it still is a very good mouse. It's an S-tier mouse. Just personally, I wasn't a fan of the shape. So, yeah. The Evo, you get the updated MCU, and you do get like some of the fun yellow colorways. VGN F2 Master Plus, you could go to a cheaper version of the F2. I think that's a really solid mouse, though. Royal Clutch, I personally love mine, but only after modding. If you don't mod it, it's pretty back-heavy and pretty not spectacular on paper. I have an Amazon Vine unit coming in that I would probably be willing to sell, so maybe keep that in mind. The Imeku P1V2, I have one on the way. I can't comment on it, but Darmoshark N7 is also available on Amazon for cheaper. I do know the Imeku P1V2 that I got from AliExpress had super coins for 12%. So make sure you check out from the super coins page for that one. I'm just checking the fitness here. This is the Kaitsona Jupiter that I'm doing here. I have two of these, actually. New in Mouse Market, US, Connecticut, Inca, ER21 Pro, NPO1, and more. Looks like Inca, NPO1, Vaxi E1 maybe? Or an Outset AX, hard to tell from this tiny picture on my phone. on my watch and an X-Lite V2, V1. Taking out the Luna and the Uranus. Yeah, I think that's fine. Again, the Luna, it's a very good mouse, very good coating, probably the best stock skates I've used personally. It's a good weight, it's well built, but it's expensive. So, and they're not going to resell well because people don't really know about them. I had mine listed on eBay for I think $79 or best offer. I didn't really get any offers. So I don't think it would have sold unless I brought it down to $50, $60. Uh-oh, I went too thin on this. Okay. Too thin. Too thin. Started to poke through. Not bad. Not badly poking through. Just on the post here. I don't know. Yeah, this little divot up by the below the screw hole. Next one, Chaos M3 Mini. This is another really good mouse that people have forgotten about. It's good in not like build quality. It feels very Kaisona. And the coating they use is really weird and chalky. But it's a very nice shape. It's a Viper V3 Mini, but with rear hump. It's quite unique. It's like they did a clone of something, but they put twists to it that are very, very nice, making a mini version of the Viper V3 and giving it more rear hump. And Kludge, if you sell me a modded one, LOL. Okay, yeah, sure, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I might upcharge a little bit for the mod because I won't be doing the mod organically because I've already modded one, so I've already done my content with it. But yeah, if you're willing to, you know, spend $10, I'll do a battery and switches for you. Probably won't do base sanding unless I have base sanding scheduled, just because getting all of this set up is a bit of time. It's no issue if I am already doing it, but I don't know if I have any other mice on the list after doing this batch. But yeah, the Royal Clutch, it's also available on Amazon, dude, if you did just want to try out the shape. With free returns. Right now, it's 65, but there's, I think, a coupon bringing it down to 53. Dude, I love the MG5. It's so weird. It's just like, the mouse itself is like a B+ tier mouse. It has a coating, but the coating's not very grippy. The clicks are fine. Little bit of side wobble, if I recall. The weight's not great. It's back heavy by default with the battery. Big battery in the back. The skates are kind of cheap black PTFE. Hardly. They're kind of hard, if I recall. It's like just a B+ mouse. It's not bad, but it's not good. Especially for $65. But then modded, bro? I just love it. The weight modded, it's down below, like well below 50 grams. I forget what I got it to. I think like 46 or so, 45. I'm going off of memory. The Armored Opticals feel great in it. And the shape is weirdly enjoyable. A GTX Mini, or GTX Dex Mini. The Dex is not a mouse that I'm super fond of. Like, I hardly use my A7 Re. Whenever I bust it out at work, I'm like, yeah, this is very comfy, but I still don't mouse well with it. If it's smaller decks, like, I'm sure it'll be amazing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really not a talked about mouse. Alright, I think that's thin enough on the Chaos M3. Moving on to, oh my gosh, look at this abomination. This is the Darmo Shark M3 that I already chopped up. Let's chop it even more. Get it wet first, huh? That would help. So, I don't know if this comes through on camera, but it goes this way. My sander goes to my right over here. So it's always wanting to yeet things off. So holding it down, it's actually more about, like, instead of pressing straight down, it's more about not letting it slip off. But it is tough trying to apply even pressure to it. Because if you... Whoops. Is it okay? Because I found early on when I was usually pressing down on the scroll wheel fork, and that was leading to burn marks right below the scroll wheel fork. By burn marks, I mean I'm just sanding that spot away more. So I try to press the perimeter and the middle of the mouse, usually the sensor area. Those are the spots that I focus on pressing. I try to keep my hands kind of wide. And then I'm rotating constantly so it doesn't stand away one spot too much. Han Zolo, have you and I ever exchanged things before? I don't know. Of course I've seen you around, dude. You're a very regular viewer, but have I ever sold you anything? It's pretty cool seeing an eBay message from a guy today. I bought on eBay this morning. Remember I said earlier in the stream I bought a ton of stuff? Yeah, dude, on eBay, I bought for 125. Okay, this dude had like... Homie had like 12 mice listed. Some of them, very low price. Like, he had a Lamzu Maya Imperial Red OG Maya for only 30 bucks plus shipping. But then he had some other stuff. Like, he had I think a Super like 85 and a Maya X at 80. So those aren't bad prices. Those are like the going rate. So the things that were below going rate, I put in offers, not crazy offers. Like, I offered 25 on the Imperial Red Maya that he was asking 30 for. Maybe I'm an asshole because it was already a good price, and I put in offers for Pona's Trinity CF Samurai Sakura Samurai. I'm doing my second right here. This is my second Kaisona Jupiter, by the way. And I got the Samurai. I got the what did I just say? The Lamzu Maya, and what was the third mouse? What was the third mouse? I posted about it in the Discord. Son of a gun. Oh, Corsair Saber V2 Pro in white/gray. I got all three of them for 125. And I messaged him being like, yo, I submitted offers for these three things. FYI, you can combine shipping to save some money. Because, like, all my offers were, like, $5 off. So, I was like, well, if he combines shipping, he'll save, like, $10, $12 there. Making it, like, I'm almost buying things at asking. And he was like, will do. By the way, I watched the podcast. Thanks. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Unfortunately, we didn't transact on Mouse Market. Otherwise, homie could have gotten a bit more money because eBay fees on $125 worth of merchandise. He's going to pay like $18 in fees or whatever it is. Actually, yeah, probably about that. This Kaisona, the other Jupiter, I burned through just barely on that one spot. But it also feels like very rigid still, so I feel like there's more potential, but I think I will stop a little bit early. I can always take off more material. I can't add material back. Freaking steel. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the thing is, I'm so, like, I get some amazing deals because I have all this, I check a lot and I have notifications set up and stuff. But, like, for me, it's not a crazy deal unless I'm able to get it so cheap that I can literally flip it and not lose money. These prices, I don't think they're totally flippable as is, but I'm going to keep the Saber V2. Like, it ended up being, like, $46 for the Saber V2 Pro, which is about what they go for, about $50 on the used market, maybe. So at 46, I'm not making any money because if I pay to shipping it will be $6, $7, and fees will be $7, $8, $6 to $8. I don't know. So like, Yeah, I bought it for 46. If I were to sell it at 50, I'd only get like 36 bucks or something around that. And I definitely don't want to lose $10 just to try a mouse, especially since it's one that I know like Daz has. I probably should have just bought Daz's, but I wanted the lighter color of the white and gray. I think that's a little bit more special than the black. I don't like black mice. It's interesting though, like all these bases are black. Because even colorful mice usually have black faces. Like this is a VXE Mad R that I'm doing right now. By the way, ATK0. Oh, speaking of Han Solo on AliExpress, ATK0 is out. The cheapest ones I was seeing were like 65 to 70, and then the like fancy pants collector's gift box edition were like 120, 130, I think. I don't know all the spec differences off the top of my head. We went through it a little bit on Mousecast, but it was kind of unsure with the graphic that we were looking at. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, Mad R already exists, so like I don't really understand the big marketing attraction to it, but sure. I wonder if they're gonna re-release Mad G. You know, 15 versus 20. Yeah, I thought there was also a weight difference, so that made me think a battery milliamp hour difference. We talked about it on Mousecast, but Daz and I didn't see. We saw 300 milliamp hour listed all the way through, so I don't know. If I can no longer battery swap and everything is 54L15 with a 300 milliamp hour, I guess I'm okay with that. Battery swapping is fun though, but if it comes to an end and we get, I mean, 54L15 with a 300 milliamp hour is like what, 200 hours of battery life? That's pretty healthy. I can get behind that. I think that's in general good for the consumer. So. I will probably have to do this in 2 batches, 2 live streams. This is, I'm maybe only about a third of the way through. Man, this is time consuming, dude. Just standing one mouse is only like 5 minutes, but then you have 41 mice times 5 minutes over 200 hours, dude. Okay, the VXE Mad R. Still pretty rigid feeling, good base design, like structurally. I think that's as far as I should take it. I shouldn't go too thin. That's a mouse that I don't want to totally nuke. LGG LA1. This one feels kind of thick. Should be able to get a good weight reduction on this guy. I should probably tuck in my shirt just to prevent getting snagged in here. LGG LA1 definitely didn't impress me. Like, it's a really good mouse for like... Oh, my tablet's moving now? What? Stop. Oh, it's because that moved. Okay. There we go. It's like a really... Oh, I might have been standing it too long in one spot. Oh, thank goodness for the water. I think that helped take away the heat. Yes, I did stand it too much on that one side while I was adjusting the tablet. Whoop-de-daisy. LGG LA1 didn't really impress me. I got one pretty cheap. They're like a really solid like option from 2023, but I don't know, man. It's a Motospeed, you know, Darmo Shark mouse, factory mouse, but from before they were good. From like the days of like the original M3 Darmo Shark. So it's just like plasticky, no coating, acceptable build quality, nothing special. Man, this is a pretty thick base, though. I can keep going. Does it have the flex issue? I don't think it did. I don't really know much about that issue, though. Did they, like, build a rib in or something that I can see if mine will have that flex issue? Like, my understanding is there were batches with and without the flex issue, so that makes me think they actually implemented a fix, right? And the fix is probably something I could see on the inside, right? Because it's modded now, like, it's pretty unfair to, like, subjective. I only have the one LA1, so I have nothing else to compare it to if it has a flex issue or not, or if that's just the mouse. It felt fine to me, but I also think I just accept that it's a cheap Chinese mouse. Okay, that was a pretty healthy... That was a pretty healthy amount removed right there. Alright. Oh, here's one that I'm interested to do. Lamzu Atlantis. This is an original Atlantis. It's gonna make the plastic go opaque, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. But this Lamzu's already modded into Oblivion, so I'm gonna go from this transparent base to an opaque base, because that's what happens when you sand something transparent. That's wild, because it's transparent, I can see it. I can see it etching. Oh, that is interesting. That is interesting to watch. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Because the different levels of it... Hang on, let me etch it a little bit more and see if I can show you guys. Because the Lamzu Atlantis has, like, different... Okay, maybe this can come through. Oh, it feels so good to not have to shout. I probably don't have to shout, but it sort of comes through. So, like, the arms here are all still clear, but then these are more opaque. And the, like, two-tone to it actually looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, I want to actually go down farther, so I might end up making the whole thing opaque. How's this feeling here? I don't know if I should, like, change the... I don't know if I should change the belt here. It feels like pretty well gummed up, but it still is removing material, so I don't know. Whoa, that's wild. I really wanted a G304X, but they only have the black color on AliExpress. Why do you want a G304X? Why? Why not Mcho's G3V2? Uh-oh, we got a piece that came loose out of the Atlantis. The little DPI button. I'm an egghead. I'm a mechanical fan. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, that's actually a good reason. Valid. The Court of Phalanges does not banish you to clone jail. You should try, have you tried a Fantech Aria? Zaopin Z11 is also maybe worth trying if you like the Aria but want one bigger, which is just an Orochi, but Aria is really good. Of course, Zaopin Z1. Hated those clicks. Yeah, Aria ended up selling. Okay, yeah, it's a nice mouse, well made, kind of heavy, like for its size. I think it's a little bit of an older release at this point too. Did you see the news on Reddit? Somebody screenshotted TiVo's Discord. Joel said G303 is coming next, and it sounds like it's a true G303, not like Aria FCC1 where it's like a wedge shape, but definitely a different mouse shape. This is supposedly a true G303 clone. So, I do have some insider information on it. Well, I guess I can say it. The only inside information that I have is that certain reviewers have seen early renderings, and I won't say anything beyond that. I don't know if Daz has. I haven't. I have not seen the early renders. But I know that they exist. I should have hot glued that GTI button and it keeps coming loose on me. That's gonna sell it crazy. I don't think so. I think it's too controversial of a shape. I do think it's good in that it's a different shape in a sea of very safe shapes this day and age. That's going to be fun, and I think it's going to breathe some life into... You're going to get people, the chronic... People like me, the chronic shape triers are going to want to try it. But I think most normies are not going to be too interested. I don't know, dude. I wish that TiVo would, like, stock in Micro Center or Best Buy or some sort of in-store thing, because there are so many people who use G703s and G403s probably, who love the mouse, hate that it's discontinued or whatever, and just want an updated version, and they don't know about T-Evolution. Because why would they, you know? Oh, this base is bendy? Alright, I think we gotta be done there on that one. Next one! Why does this have tape on it? Oh, I taped in the DPI button, or the on-off toggle switch. This is a Ueden S7. Fantastic build quality, heavy though. Story of my life, Ueden. I can see them in Micro Center. Just remove the DPI button and lighting thing. No, because I want to sand them down. Otherwise, they'll protrude too much. That was a conscious choice. Otherwise, I have to grind them down on my by hand, which takes a lot more time, and I can't be as even with it using my Dremel. Bro, I'm gonna lose my voice. Oh yeah, there's the sticker. Ueden Z7. I'm trying to sand away the sticker. So the ones that I couldn't get the adhesive off easily, I was just like, I'll just sand away the sticker. It's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm gumming up my sandpaper. You know, doing this base sanding so many times, you do get a feel for which features. So underneath skate, there's usually a couple features. Sometimes there'll be holes. They'll do punched out holes so they can do some weight savings. Or they will do little lines, like little ribs, like indentations. And I'm getting a feel for how deep I can go after I see those and like how thin the little holes get. Watch, as I say that, this is gonna burn through. I'm such an expert. Then messes up live. Wet sanding is definitely the play. Like, it's not clean. Do you guys see the skid mark on the floor? Oh, you don't. Okay, hang on. After this one, we'll show you guys the skid mark. And we'll change water. How's that doing, you Ueden? What a stupid name, dude. They should have just done the English translation for Ueden is like Forerunner, or it's Forerunner or like Pioneer or something like that, which is like kind of cool. I'd be down with that. But then they just kept it as Ueden, as the like phonetic Chinese pronunciation. I don't know, whatever. What does ATK stand for, you think, huh? You think ATK stands for something in English? How was ATK pronounced in Chinese? Feels like that's English letters as a company name, but they first sold in China with the target market, not US. Okay. Let me change. I don't think I can move the camera mount. I can move my table back now that Nova's not out here. And you guys might be able to see the skid mark then. Oops, wrong side. These tables I also built while I was unemployed. Again, from all free lumber. I think the only thing I paid for was wow, look at the water. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Bro. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something pretty funny. The like slurry, the plastic particle slurry. Is this showing up now? Is the skid mark showing? Yes, the skid mark is showing. Okay. Okay, check this out. Oh, the bucket's not leaking, is it? No, that's just... Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna grab the camera for this. This is kind of funny. There is like a sludge buildup at the base of the sander. It's like a it's like a mud, but it's plastic. I could, at the end of all this, I could sum up how many grams were reduced in total to see how many grams have landed on my floor here. But I'm gonna fill up my water bucket, get a fresh water bucket first. Oh, why is the Darmo Shark mouse in here? Whoops. The secret of the sludge, feed it to a turtle. I'm not gonna feed a turtle. What? Is that a reference to something? I'm not gonna feed any animal plastic. That's mean. What? Oh, this is so funny. All right. Gonna dry my hands, and then I'll grab the camera. Yay, magnetic mounts. When I was over at Daz's house, he bought this like mount that clamps the phone with like a spring-loaded clamp. It sucked so hard. My magnet mounts, I literally just... Oh, I don't think I can show you guys. I literally just took a phone. I took the case. I super glued a magnet to the case. And then I just stick the phone anywhere I need to. And that is such a good setup. It's their bar magnets from AliExpress. Okay, chat. Look at this. You see how dirty it is? There's a skid mark. Oh yeah. Isn't that fun? It feels smooth. It feels like a very fine. It doesn't feel gritty like sand. It doesn't feel like a mud. Like a very fine mud. But this was the one. Oh, maybe this isn't any thicker. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that plastic, bro. Oh, wow, yeah, look at all of it underneath in here, too. Oh, this is warm, too. This is warm. Yeah, baby. This reminds me of when I was working at high-pressure die casting, you would get, like, flash. Oh, I'm getting so many messages now. People love this. Oh, yeah, baby. Ooh, it squirted. I don't know why I'm playing with this. I think I can make this one squirt too. Oh yeah, see? It's like... Yeah, this is plastic. This is so weird. That is so weird that this is plastic. That is so bizarre. I don't know how to describe it, so I'm at like a loss of words. It feels like, it doesn't feel like Play-Doh. Play-Doh has like a stickiness to it. And this, as you can see, it kind of crumbles apart. But it's really fine. Like, not as fine as like a clay. Like a clay will feel, you know, wet. I'm enjoying this way too much, you guys. This is all plastic that I removed, though. Like, look at that. Isn't that weird to think about? All right. I'll leave that there for future phalanges to clean up. And then I'm going to go put this into our drinking water supply, I guess, or something. No, we have filters and stuff for that. If you guys ever do painting stuff, get one of these. These are amazing. This is a paint mixer. You just attach it to your drill, and it mixes the paint real good. Love that thing. Okay, where was I? Oh wait, let's see if chat had any comments. See, this is me trying to read the chat. This is why I don't... jeez. Make your own Save the Ocean mouse. Make a new base out of it. Daily dose of microplastics. I'm on delay. Wait, yeah. All right. Make a new Save the Oceans mouse. I like that. Oh, I'm at 28% battery on my phone here. So we are going to have to plug into a charger. Let me grab a charger while we're on pause here. I'm going to have to grab a really long cable. Oh, I have an extension cord. I think I'll have to use an extension cord. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, do we have a charger in here? Okay. Yep. Yep. Thanks for that reminder, hun. Okay. So in about an hour and 15 minutes, I have to take the stream down for baby feed time. But until then, we are good. All right, let me grab this phone charger for that phone out there. And then I'll have to grab an extension cord. I'm going to have, Lauren, I'm going to eat a late dinner, I guess. It's nearly 10 o'clock, but I'm going to have one of your taco bowls, okay? I'm glad we didn't defrost the chili. Okie dokie, chat. Is my extension cord really downstairs in the basement? Oh, I don't want to go grab it, but I might have to. I have this extension cord. Can I fudge this? This has multiple ports. Yeah, you like my skid mark? Yeah, it's plastic. I was just showing it on stream. It was pretty wild. I like scooped some up and I was playing with it because it's like No, it doesn't really seem like it's generating any dust because I'm wet sanding. You finished your book. Okay. Let's see, is this charging now? Yes, we're charging. Yay. The day is saved. Okay. You know, I just cleaned the floor. Yeah. Whatever. I'll just clean it again. Okay. Yeah, no, I was playing with the... Oh, I locked mine. I'm sorry. Yeah, screw your car. Okay. Yeah, I heard it. All right. Let me wipe down the phone screen, because why not? Or the tablet screen so I can read it better, and then we'll get back to sanding. Like, honestly, if I could be done and eat a little bit with my wife, I would, but I really want to make some progress, because there's a lot of mice to do here. Get a portable battery. I don't don't know. I think I'm only like halfway through. Yeah, I'm about halfway through. How's the music, by the way? Is this obnoxious at all? I don't know. Not that I really want to go upstairs and change it anyway, so. Get a portable battery. No, I'm just gonna plug in. Well, that didn't really help the screen glare at all. Wipe it on the dog towel. Oh yeah, this is a really cheap tablet from Amazon Vine. It's like on Amazon for $60, and it is definitely a $60 tablet. It's got like a nice construction, terrible specs. I can barely hear it. I put on some A Day to Remember. Nice. Yes, inspired by the shirt, I hope. Okay, here we go. Back to base sanding mice or something. How's my tablet battery doing? Like half? Bro, the friggin' lag just to swipe. I'm at 64 on the tablet. Okay, cool. And I think UNZ7. I think we were done with this one. Yeah. My hands are getting a little cold out here. It's my temperature is not working out here, but it's a little chilly in the garage. It was a high of 60 today, which is just unreal. Next mouse is Deluxe M700 Pro Plus. Underrated mouse. Underrated mouse. I rather like mine. I actually do use it quite a bit. I don't know if it's still for sale. This was one of those ones that deluxe stuff is always on. If you guys are interested in deluxe stuff, it's often on Super Coins for like 20 to 40% off. Like, I think M900 minis are still on there for like 25 to 36% off with coins. That was how I got this. I got it in blue, and I nearly tried returning it because the blue is like not very blue at all compared to the pictures. I might look into another M700. It's such a good shape, dude. I love the hip flare and that it's a larger mouse. Deluxe has some good stuff. It's too bad that I just have like wireless problems with them. At work, for the longest time, I thought it was the Esports Tiger Blaze V3. I was using that when I had sensor tracking issues for my mice that I would use to like randomly slow down, but it was only certain mice, so I was like, oh, it's a sensor issue with certain mice in the pad. No, it ended up being wireless interference. Yeah, my work computer's not very good. It's like a gaming laptop with like an RTX 3060, and I forget what Intel CPU. I think a 10th or 11th gen Intel. But bro, it's so slow. It's so slow all the time. Well, I've sanded this one down enough to get it nice and flat on the base. Now anymore is just weight reduction. No, I can actually go the sensor lens, or the sensor ring is still a little bit recessed, so I'll go a little bit more. I don't want to overdo this one. This is a mouse that I do in fact care about, especially since they're not really selling them anymore. At least, I don't know, I mean, can you guys check? 9800 X3D with a 2080 Ti for work? Nice. Surprised you have such a good CPU, but your GPU, well, it is like flagship from some time ago. Like, 3000 series was a pretty big upgrade. Oh, for work and at home? Okay, you're a work from home person, I assume, or you just have two identically spec computers. Alright, M700 is done. Okay, this next one is one I don't really care about. This is Attack Shark R1. The, like, Death Adder mini shape. I'm pressing down hard with this one to go fast because I don't really care about this mouse. I never use it. Only reason why I still own it is because it's, like, not worth selling. These for like a year or two were on AliExpress super deals all day long for like $12 before coins and cash back and coupons. So $5800X3D with 5070 Ti, solid. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be upgrading anytime soon with the RAM situation, right? Although, you could go, wait a second, no, my bad, depending on your motherboard, you can still stick with the same... You could go like 9800X3D if you wanted to and stick with the same motherboard and RAM, I think, right? I think. Different socket. Oh, my bad. Every time I play, I get 300 FPS on P1. Yeah, back when I was playing Battlefield, I was caring a lot more about PC specs. Now that I play like Crab Champs and Kovacs, I don't really care. Although I don't really play that much Kovacs. I did boot it up for the first time in like a year. Maybe not a year, that might be an exaggeration, but what felt like a year. And actually played Kovacs for like a solid 20 minutes. Alright, that's fine. I don't really care about this Attack Shark. Alright, next one. Aula V9 Max. This is a GPX clone. And actually a pretty nice one. It has RGB and it's a little bit heavy with a 600 milliamp hour battery and the RGB. So like the PCB is pretty big because of the RGB LEDs, and it has an LED diffuser that you can take off and it doesn't really compromise the structure, which is nice. But yeah, it's a true GPX clone, so that I don't think they really modified the shape over a GPX, which I'm pretty sure the MCHO's 87V2 and the ATK A990 for sure. Those are slight modifications to the GPX shape. Rapupu VT2 is also feels different. It feels smaller to me. But the Aula V9 Max, or V9 Plus, does in fact feel different, or the same. Yeah, it's like the same weight as a GPX, but you get RGB, so I guess that's cool. No Nordic 54L15 though. But you do get very nicely implemented Armor opticals. I would consider an S tier implementation of them. Not S plus tier, which is like Maya X, and if you like a heavier click, a lot of WL mouse. But it's definitely a step above, like, I would say even a step above like a lot of ATKs. Hitscan Hyperlight, it's another one I would consider an S plus. Like, people who are just like recommending me a mouse, if they have big hands, Maya X. Small hands, Hitscan Hyperlight. Mice from over a year ago that still are top tier. And Hitscan even opted to go a little bit heavier than the ATK F1. And that has aged well, hasn't it? Hyperlight is like, what, 42 grams? And the ATK F1 is like 38? Something like that? And here we are a year and a half later. Stuff has gotten lighter, but 42 grams is still perfectly good. All right. Aula V9 plus done. Little bit of burn through on one of the pegs, but not bad. Bummer. All right, next one. Oh, I gotta watch out for that. I'm gonna tuck in my shirt real quick. When reaching over like that, I gotta bring that basket closer to me too. I should tuck in my shirt off camera. You guys don't really need to see that. Hi, doggy. I would let Nova out here, but I don't want her to walk through the plastic sludge and then like lick her paws. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my gosh. She's just looking at me through the glass door. Just looking at my eyes. Isn't that funny how they know to look at the eyes? I hope I'm not on camera. I don't think I'm on camera. No. She's so sweet. She's just looking at me like, please, Daddy, come to bed. Mommy went to bed. I want to go snuggle. She's looking at the door handle. I'm not reaching for it or anything. She's just looking at me. What a sweet dog. She's sitting. She sits so awkwardly though. Her weird legs just kind of sploot. And she's just like sitting on her ass and then her front. Oh, dogs are so funny. They're just tubes with sticks. Their legs are sticks and their body is a tube. I don't use my hit scan. I don't either, dude. They're such good mice, but I don't. I did use my hit scan at work the other day. I was like, yeah, this is pretty much the best small mouse. My friend just bought a hit scan Hyperlit yesterday. Wow, dude, yeah. Got the dark perk ergo if you ever get a chance. Shit is dope. Yeah, I tried it at Daz's house. It is a very nice shape. Oh, she scratched the door. She might have to go potty. It's almost an egg-shaped ergo I've always wanted. Yeah, I haven't tried the ergo one, but Daz got an Amazon Vine review sample of the... Hi, Nova. You gotta go potty? You gotta go potty, Nova? Let's see if Mommy's in here. Hey, Lauren? Lauren? Okay. Okay, doggy. Should we try taking you potty? Sorry, stream. I'm gonna take the dog potty real quick. I'm gonna keep my voice down a little bit too. I apologize if I'm a little bit quiet. Go potty, Nova. She scratched at the door, which it used to mean potty, but now it kind of means I want to play, or I want food, or I want love, or I want to go to bed, or I gotta go potty. Go potty, Nova. Is this dry out here? It is dry out here. Okay. Oh, wow, it is cooled down at night, dude. All right, let's go potty, Nova. Come on, let's go potty. My headset still has range. Go potty, Nova. I'm in the backyard, standing on my deck. I scan around with my flashlight, looking around. Every once in a while, you'll see something reflect back at you. Little reflecting things, and it's usually eyeballs. My neighbor's yard, they have deer that like to sleep in the middle of the yard. I've had the deer sleep in my yard, too. Go potty, Nova. She's just looking up at the sky, sniffing the wind. It's really windy. You know, when you have big temperature fluctuations, you have a lot of wind. Go potty, Nova. Come on, go. Go potty, Nova. I kicked her in the butt lightly and she ran down the steps. I hope my mic isn't cutting out. It is really nice to be able to walk out on my deck with a wireless headset and it still is in range. That's really nice. I'm gonna turn on the outside light for her so she can see. And where did she go? Yeah, she's all interested in the egress window by the basement. When I was painting the basement ceiling with an airless sprayer, she would go potty outside and she would see me through the egress window and like bark at me. So ever since then, I don't know, she did that like maybe 3 or 4 times. And ever since then, she goes and checks the egress window for me, even if I'm the one who let her out. What a silly animal. Is that a... No, okay. Come on, Nova, go potty. Go potty, Nova. Go potty. Nova, go potty. Oh, it's cold. It's cold out there. It's cold in the garage. This dog needs to just friggin' relieve herself. She just waltzes around, sniffing the ground, but not in a very productive way. Okay. She finally went pee right next to the area where I keep her pooper scooper. She's never peed there before. Okay, dog. The poor dog is, I think, scared at night when we let her out and it's dark. She'll stand at the top of the stairs of the deck and just look around. They have really good night vision, apparently, though, dogs. Oh man, I want to eat my dinner. I want to be done with this mouse stuff. And by done, I don't mean like I want to stop live streaming. I mean I do want to stop because I want to get my food. Oh, are you stuck, Nova? But I want to be done, as in I want the 41 mice to be done so I can do like a reassembly. All right, let's go, Nova. Wait. Good girl, she knows wait. Okay. All right, Nova, come here. Let me check your toes. Check your toes for poo-poos. You didn't step any poop. Hope you didn't. 1 foot. Wait. 2 foot. Red foot. Good. Blue. Oh yeah, you were clean. Okay, good. It's so funny. She knows the word wait because, I don't know, we never told her stay. Like, we trained her a little bit with stay, but I guess we started using the term wait more often. So she learned wait. You know, like, as you exclaim, like she starts running off someone, you're like, wait! You stop. Oh, she's funny. Okay, I'm coming back out. I apologize for that, guys. You went pee-pee. No poo-poo. Alright. Where are we at? We are back. Hey, Rise and Shine. Good to see you again. Yeah, I wonder if I need to change the sander here. Like, I don't really know what it's supposed to. Like... Oh, this comes right off. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so the belt has like... You know what? Hang on. Can I just turn this on? Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's coming through on camera, but it was... Yeah, it's rougher now. Cool. Okay. Well, I just used... That was a metal wire brush. Neat. Doggy's not watching me anymore. She really did just have to go potty and then it was done. All right, so where were we? Aula V9 we just did, so let's do the V9 Plus. Let's do the V9 Pro, which is the smaller. Really annoying. The Pro means it's actually, or sorry, the Plus means it's smaller. It's not a different trim level. It's like actually a different mouse. They might use the same PCB. I don't quite remember. I'd have to check my disassembly pictures. I'm an optical 3395, kind of heavy because of RGB, but this is the only 2C clone that I know of. I have a Mousecast Bingo for 2026 Superlight 2C clone frenzy, but I actually don't think that's going to be happening. I don't think the 2C is getting a ton of, I don't think it's getting a ton of purchasing. I don't know. Do you guys know people using the 2C? Do you guys own a 2C? Personally, the shape doesn't really work for me, at least in the Owlet. It's too rounded over, so my fingers don't really have a good ridge on the right side to pick up from. I love the 2C. Okay, that's good. But yeah, everyone says that it's like a much improved version of the Superlight, so... I could see Super Strike owners being upset if they went from 2C to Super Strike, being upset about like the skates and other build quality things. I have smaller hands so it fits like a charm, but I'm testing a bunch of Westlab skates at the moment. Cool. You know, it's weird. I'm really not into the big skate and glass pad scene. It's just something that is not, if it's not economical, I don't get into it. Like, my goal with all this mouse stuff is to just break even, and skates are a quick way to not do that. When you have, like, a ton of mice. I don't know. Maybe do you guys just, like, if you have really nice skates, you just recycle them through a bunch of different mice? Am I just doing it wrong? Next up is the Ausdom G03, which is kind of like an Asus ROG Harpy Ace. There's a funny, like, Super Strike colorway version of this, of the V2 of this mouse. It's like a very Kaisona build quality mouse, so it's nothing special. Yeah, I've gotten good at saving skates. Oh, right on. Yeah, I made glass, so I'm all about sharing my findings with different skates. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, for me, the whole needing a sleeve when you're gaming just is a little bit too much for me, so I'm good with cloth pads. And speed ones I like. I don't like super duper fast speed. Sometimes it's fun, but I don't love it. And I don't like super duper controlled. I typically like kind of speed balance pads. For the longest time, I really liked the Artisan Key-In. Only complaint was how rough it is. And yeah, Daz, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Artisan pads are named after, like, Japanese military things. So the Artisan Zero is named after the Mitsubishi made the Zero, an airplane in World War II, sorry. Very well-known plane, very well-engineered plane. And then the Heian is also, I think, another airplane. The Type 99, I think, is a rifle. Yeah, tanks and shit, yeah. What else is there? I don't know the other one. Hayate Otsu, Hayate Ku. What else am I forgetting? Shinkai. Repu. Alright, that's getting pretty bendy, so we're going to stop there on that one. Next mouse, Solikaka SM800. This is a pretty cheap mouse, or at least it used to be. I don't know if they're really sold anymore. I love the shape of this mouse. Ooh, my finger. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I sanded my finger. That is raw. Wow. I'm okay. Yeah, it's not bleeding or anything. But, ow, that hurt. So this mouse has a $33.95. It used to be super cheap. I do have a pretty well-received Amazon review of it. Because I actually bought it. It wasn't through Vine. And I love this shape. But, yeah, it's probably a garbage implement, like firmware and stuff, so I never really use it just because I don't trust it, but it's probably fine. I don't know, man. It's also kind of heavy. That's the other thing. It's kind of heavy. For a mouse with holes in the base, it's like, and battery swap, I want to say it sells like 55 plus grams. And it's kind of medium sized. It's not a very large mouse. It's kind of an angular mouse, like the mouse has hip flare, and then it continues narrower. Without any flare out. What did you think of the Key 88 phalanges? Gotta go, boys. Take it easy. See ya, Han Solo. Yeah, Key 83 is really nice. I haven't gamed on it yet. I got a. So when I bought a bunch of pads from Boardsy, about 11 pads and 10 mice. He was offering to throw in the. I asked for a Key 83 if he had one, and he said all I have is. And I was looking for only 500 by 500. He said he had a prototype Key 83 without a logo in 490 by 420 that he gave me for, I want to say, next to nothing. Like, did he actually just throw it in because I was buying so much stuff? He might have. Or I might have paid like $10 for it. He said though it was final surface though, so it is basically a Key 80 production Key 83 with no logo. And yeah, I do really like the surface. I haven't gamed on it yet, but it's a really nice kind of balance pad, and I really want the purple XXL. Like, out of all the pads that I want right now, that's probably top of the list. Though, if I'm being honest, I have so many pads right now, it's hard for me to even think about getting another one. I also rather like, I got for cheap from Mouse Market an Endgame Gear EMB and a. I should move this closer. Whoops. And a LGG Venus. So those are, I think they're both discontinued. I know the Venus is discontinued. I really like them both, but they're both too small. They're 490 by 420. And you guys know how I am. I have to draw the line in the sand somewhere, and that is at 500 by 500. I do put my whole arm on the desk. I do like just in front of my elbow and forward is all on the desk. I probably should use an arm sleeve. So as I use the sandpaper, I have to press down harder and harder because it doesn't. The sandpaper gets kind of goobered up and doesn't sand as aggressively. But in a certain way, I kind of like it because then it's a little bit more forgiving. I don't know. Maybe I should just change it over, but oh well. Oh shoot! I dropped the DPI. Wait, no, I didn't. What? Power slider, DPI bar. Oh, it just felt like something dropped. Okay, maybe it's a water droplet that hit my hand or something. It's supposed to be nice weather out tomorrow, so I actually might do this during the day. I don't know if I'll live stream it. I can tell my voice is getting a little... I'm yelling like this whole time. This is Zaopin Z11 that I'm doing here, so it's the Z1. It's a larger version of the Z1. Kind of cheaper made too. Like the Z1, I think the PCB was a little bit better optimized, and I don't know. These Z11s though, the 3311 variants can be had on AliExpress for like pretty cheap, like $16, $17. But it's an Orochi, right? The Z1's an Orochi, basically. So it's not like a G305. It's a little bit more like an Ergo egg. And the Z1 is bigger. So for the people who like the Orochi but wanted a bigger version, this is it. It's just, you know, it's like I got the $33.95 version. It was like $40. After coins and cash back and coupons, it was, I think, like $28. And that's about the quality, how it feels. It feels like just a plasticky mouse. It's not bad. I want to say stock weight is 55 grams. And I want to say that was with a kind of a smaller battery, too. I want to say... I'd have to check my... I might be misremembering that. Okay, I think that's thin enough there. Oh, yeah, dongle door is, like, not going to stay put anymore. It's too... Oh, yeah, it's, like, paper thin. It might barely work. Okay, we're gonna... The dongle, I can't show this on camera, but it's like, sure, you know what, I actually can. Why not? Let's see if it shows up. Yeah, it's just, I'm like, I don't want to break it here. It's quite thin. So that actually might be a problem when I go to do the second batch of sanding. Next one, Infic Ion 10 Pro. This is different from the Ion 10P. This is actually a very nice shape and a very well-made mouse. Infic stuff is kind of like Ueden, where like they're really good products. They'll just have like one fatal flaw, and it's often weight or like marketing too. And Infic, interestingly, uses their own MCU. It's probably just a rebadge of something, but whatever it is, it feels really good. This is the Ion 10 Pro, which is different from the Ion 10P. It's a different shape. It's like slightly more aggressive, even though it still is a very safe shape. And this one has the coating. I actually really like this mouse. It came with TTC optical V2s, but with a teal dot instead of the typical blue dot. And they feel phenomenal. They're kind of loud. A little bit of a metallic ping. Nothing like an Omron optical level ping or a Kale optical. But very spammable. I did not Omron optical swap this mouse. I like the stock clicks a lot. They're pretty special. Okay. Let's see how I did there. I don't want to get this one too thin because this is a pretty tough mouse to come across. So, we'll stop the sanding. Should I go a little bit more? I'll go a little bit more. Okay, I think we'll stop there. Alright, wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 remaining. Oh my gosh, this is only 2/3 done, dude. I feel like I am picking up pace, though I'm having to press harder because the sandpaper just is not as aggressive anymore. This is ROM MH01. This is one I've already cut holes in. MH01, dude, I love this shape. It's like, people are like, it's a Viper V3 Pro clone. No, it's not. It's like Viper V3 Pro meets Viper V2 Pro. So it's like a V3 Pro in terms of size, but the hourglass curvature is way more aggressive, like a V2 Pro. I really like the shape. I do. Personally, I feel like I would like a shape that's between the aggressiveness of the MH01 and the Viper V3, which can be a little bit too safe for me at times. But this is a fun mouse. It's hot swappable. It's at a good price, or at least it used to be. I think they stopped selling it. They stopped carrying it. It's well made. Biggest downside is the weight. I want to say it's like... Oh, I don't remember. I want to say modded. I want to say mine's like still like 54 grams, even with like base cutout and smaller battery and everything. I don't remember off the top of my head. Weirdly, their website has my YouTube video on it linked, and I don't think it's a very good video at all, but they liked it enough, so sure. Alright. Yeah, that raw spot on my finger, dude, I gotta be careful of that. Alright, next one is... oh! This is an Attack Shark X11? Yeah. So it's their 3311 version of the... 3311 version of the Viper V3. It's all over Amazon. They're pretty cheap. Weirdly, I like them. So there's the new X11 Ultra, which gets a 3950, and it's like the stupid carbon fiber swirl pattern stuff that's been popular now on like the IPI Chi and Attack Shark R11. Yeah, the X11 never came in a 3395 version, but this one finally is. It's the same shape as the X11, but like the carbon fiber and higher end specs. This is actually one of the mice I want the most. If it was sold on AliExpress during that 30% Rakuten, I would have pulled the trigger on it, even if it was like $60 after cash back and everything. I rather want one. Yeah, my X11 weirdly has, I put Guano blue shell white dots in it, and they feel fantastic. Really strange, but because it's like such a cheap mouse. Oops. That's crazy that so many people, there's still like 10 people watching this. Like, personally, I don't know how you guys watch this crap, but maybe y'all are like playing games at the same time, and that's why there's no chat messages. That's cool. I'll just keep talking about mics then. We'll just keep talking about mics. It's like a rambling podcast. I think this is it for the X11. Yeah, it's feeling pretty thin here. Yeah, we're done with that one. Next mouse is the LTC GM022. This is a weird one. It is not a clone of anything. It's like a very, I don't know. You'll have to look this one up, guys. I got a yellow one. It has like low button height, like what Cherry Xtify does. It has a charging base. It has very flat sides, like an OP1 or something, but it's a mid hump. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like 3-4 mice mashed into each other. It has a 3395 that feels fine in it too. It's kind of heavy because of the stupid charging dock, and I think mine is modded after everything down to maybe 50-ish grams. Is it probably the best wireless and sensor implementation stuff? Probably not. But they're like really cheap, so sure. I don't know. The base feels kind of thick here. It's tough to tell if that's the plastic thickness or if it's all the ribs. On some of my mice, if I like don't know what the dongle goes to, because you know sometimes generic black dongles from random manufacturers can be tough to remember. So I will sometimes use a little bit of paint or nail polish. So on this one, since I got a yellow LTC, I used yellow paint on the dongle. And I can tell I was sanding the bottom part of it too much because that's where the dongle door is, and I was holding onto the dongle door. So I need to make sure that I'm pressing more evenly. Wow, I'm damn near taking out the charging, the magnetic charging bases on these cheap mice. The kind of rocker devil horn symbol that they are. I've almost sanded that down all the way. I've done that before on other mice, like my deluxe M500. That's the worst deluxe mouse, by the way, unfortunately. At least the ones that I had, the one that I had was not that great. It has a nice coating, but the clicks on it feel bad, and it's like a Thorn clone. Remember when Thorn clones were a thing? AJ179. Anywho, I don't want to go too thin on this. I don't want to burn through it, even though I really don't care about this mouse because I never use it. I should maybe do a giveaway. I don't think like a lot of these modded mice that I have are worth like nothing to me. But I talk to you guys and y'all are like, no, I would use that. So maybe I need to get some of my modded mice that I never use anymore, like this LTC, and do a giveaway. Oh, yep, I've gone too thin. Oh, boy. It doesn't bend, though. It still is like, they just have a lot of good structure to this. Like, lots of ribs. But the base, I have it so thin now. Oh, no, I burned through it. I didn't even realize it because all the gunk had gunked it up and... Well, whatever. It's still usable. Oh, no. Maybe not. No, it's like disintegrating. No, that's the plastic that was the base. Rip. Okay, I toasted this mouse. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. I suck. See all the ribs? It still felt rigid. Well, okay, maybe this is the giveaway one. These go in the garbage flanges. What am I doing? Alright, next mouse. Aula X9 Max. This is a mouse that nobody talks about because it's another Sora clone. Who cares? But it's actually a pretty good one. You know, Iron Opticals, cheap price. The coating is disappointing. I wish I had gotten the green. I got the, like, red and gold swirl, which looks really cool in product photos. In reality, there is no gold. It's like that stupid dress meme from 2016 or whatever. Is the dress blue and white or gold and brown or whatever the hell it was? Yeah, in person, this mouse is not at all gold. It's like 2 different shades of red. But then on camera, when I was live streaming with it, it kind of looks gold. But in person, not at all. So, I guess it still is kind of a cool swirl pattern without doing the stupid micro etching that like Attack Shark and IPI and ATK is doing with like the ghosts. But the coating's not great. It's that kind of silicone, what I call is like a silicone. It's not, it's like rubberized, but it's still not grippy. I don't know, if you're like want to try a Sora shape and you're shopping on AliExpress, I think this would be a top recommendation. It's rather lightweight. You get Armron Opticals. There's lots of different price points. They have some fun colors. There's just so many Sora clones out there, you know. Angled sides. And rear hump. Oh, I also really want to get a Ponage Sim 3. Ultra Custom. Dude, the name, unfortunately. Ultra Custom Pro Sim 3. What if someone made a universal PCB and you could just buy shells from people? I'm pretty sure that's been attempted. I think there's... the difficulty in it is like the mouse 1 and mouse 2 micro switch location. But yeah, you know, Orbital Pathfinder, for example, they did Fantech Aria, by the way, here next. This is a thick plastic base. Like Orbital Pathfinder, I wonder if they had any canceled ideas for like a modular mouse, but not in the way that that we see it today. But in like a single PCB and like 3 different shells that it comes in a box, and they all use the same base plate or something. I don't know. Yeah, I do think that would be fun. That would be cool. This Aria, dude, this is some thick plastic. This is probably going to take the cake for the most weight reduction if I had to guess. I just have to be careful with keeping it cool so I don't warp it. For sure, I think it was their base idea. Was it? Oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah. It is fun. In product development, you know, we always have a survivorship because we only see the products that make it to market. You never see the ideas that don't. So as a person who works in research and development of new products, I always keep a log of meetings, because what can happen in meetings, especially with upper level executives, oh no, I burned through it on the back. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Well, good job, Phalanges. That really sucks. Whoops. Oh, the dog scratched at the door. She probably didn't have to go potty. I think she just wants to be out here with me. But I don't want her walking the sludge. If she were to stay on the... If she were to stay on her rugs, that would be fine. Wow, I'm burning through stuff too much. Okay. Let's take it a little bit easier, Phalanges. Let's go a little bit slow. We're going to do a Dharma Shark M3 Micro next. So, when I meet with, like, executives, I always take really good meeting minutes because you might... Okay, let's say you want to develop a product and I'll propose 3 ways of executing that product. A lot of the times executives will be like, all right, option A, too expensive. Option B, too slow. Option C, I don't love it, but let's run with it. And I'll be like, okay, you know, I gave, you know, the pros to them, but like, hey, the con to option C is it's going to maybe have this issue. And they'll be like, yeah, I understand that, but maybe I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue, or, you know, slight disagreement, whatever. And then we pursue it. And then fast forward a year later, we've developed option C, and somebody goes to them and is like, hey, what about this idea? And it's literally like option B. And then they come back to me and they're like, hey, how come we never explored this? And I can at least go back to the meeting notes and be like, we did. We decided against it for X, Y, or Z reason. And I'm not even like pointing at an executive for this. It's just when you make a decision, it's really good to have historical information, especially if product life cycles are really long and people come and go from companies. You can sometimes get stuck in a cycle of reinventing the wheel. Which is just really inefficient. You gotta build on product development, not revisit it every single time someone new comes into play or there's a new idea. Alright, that's probably going to be it for Dharma Shark M3 Micro. I don't want to go too hard on this. I really like this mouse, so I don't want to go too hard with it. Pink and white color swapped version. I love it. Alright, next mouse. This is one that nobody knows about. Aula SC680. This was back in the day of like the only good clone mice were like VGN Dragonfly F1 and Lamzoot Atlantis. And like that was it. There were not a lot of Attack Shark X3. There were not like a lot of 3395 mice that were cheap. This was back then. And it's kind of like a GPX clone, sort of, maybe a little bit flatter. It has this like Uber Gamer bottom that looks pretty ugly, so I'm glad I'm sanding that down. But it's not a terrible shape. I don't hate the shape. Nice big glossy side buttons too. This scroll wheel looks like a Cherry Extrafy. Sorry, an old Extrafy scroll wheel. Not a Cherry Extrafy. Yeah, nobody knows about this mouse. This is another one that maybe I could do a giveaway on. Because here it is all modded. And nobody knows about it. So, like, if I were to do an eBay auction, it would sell for, like, $14. And I'd have to pay shipping. But, for, like, mouse nerds, sure. As, like, a freebie, maybe? I should buy a 3D printer, says Cassie. Yeah, for sure. I have one. I've had a few. I don't know. I got out of it because they're really tinker heavy, at least when I was into them back in like 2015 to 2019, 2020. Nowadays, they're so much better. They are much more plug and play now. So you had to look at it as a hobby of not, I make stuff, but as a hobby of, I make stuff because I have to keep my printer running with all the issues that it has. Alright, I think that's it for this one. I don't want to burn through it again. I've learned my lesson. Next mouse. Oh, I debated doing this one. James Donkey RSR 5. And I forgot I need to take the magnet out of this. Because the magnet, I learned, the magnet sucks it down to the... The magnet sucks it down to the metal of the belt sander. And it burns away that one spot. I don't know. Can I twist it? I probably should have done this when I was at my desk and I can be more surgical with it. Let's turn off the belt sander. I've got 6 plus this, 7 remaining. So I do think I will get through all of these tonight, which is good. Look at that, I've got some yellow and some red in my... There we go. Oh, I broke the magnet. Oh, that's interesting. I cracked it in half. Now it's stuck to my players. There we go. I had that magnet on there as a dongle storage holder. I like putting magnets in my mice for dongle storage because I take my mice to and from work. So I actually like smaller dongles. Because at work, my work computer's a laptop. So, yeah. Taking a laptop to a meeting with, like, a big-ass dongle is kind of dumb. James Donkey RSR5. The RSR7 is disappointing. I sold mine. Modded, actually. I'm glad it didn't, like, nuke its value. But they're on AliExpress, I think, for around $70, and they're not worth that. It's just like a Vancer factory mouse. To me, it felt very similar to an LGG LA1. So think kind of like an elongated Sora shape. Because the LGG LA1 felt so similar, and the Vancer, I wasn't in love with it. I sold it. The stock finish, it's not coated on the RSR7. This is the RSR5. Different mouse. This is like an HTX clone, but... Oh no, but what is it, honey? She pawed at the door again. But I really don't want you to come out here and get all goobered up with plastic stuff, then I have to give you a bath. The RSR7 has a terrible surface finish. No coating. It's like this textured plastic that is incredibly slippery. It's one of the worst feeling stock finishes of a mouse I've tried. The RSR5 On the other hand, amazing. So I pretty much like most mouse coatings to me are like an 8 out of 10. Like all the Wise Owl stuff, Pulsar stuff, generally 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is pretty much only Viper V3 Pro White. The black is also very rubbery and grippy, but feels I don't know, I don't like the black nearly as much. The white feels amazing. That's 10 out of 10. The RSR5 sits at 9 out of 10. Specifically the like red and gray one that I have here. I don't know if they had another color version. I think it was like a black with purple side buttons. I'm excited to try the Jaeger. It says Rise and Shine reviews. Really? You were interested in that? Cool. Yeah, it's an interesting shape. I wanted to correct myself on the podcast. I forgot, but it feels like Lambsuit Atlantis Mini meets. It's flatter on the sides, and the hip flare is up higher, so it pushes you forward. Yeah, it's an aggressive shape. I guess is my point. It's a small medium aggressive shape. If you don't like Lambsuit Atlantis Mini, which I realize is kind of a polarizing shape because it's so aggressive, I don't think you would like this mouse. I don't think you would like the. Well, I'm just checking on the dog. She went and laid down by the oven, which is one of her usual spots, so that's good. I think she's just more concerned because the nighttime routine has happened with my wife going to bed, and I'm out here. I think she's trying to shepherd me to bed. This next mouse that I'm doing here is Darmoshark N5. Underrated mouse. Very nice coating. Very unique shape. I used to be like, oh, it's not a clone of anything. I lied. It's very similar to the Wise Owl OGM. That kind of off ergo. But I actually prefer it's weird. I like the side curvature of the Wise Owl OGM a lot more. I wonder what OGM stands for. Original Gangster Mouse. But the Darmoshark has really nice comfort grooves in the buttons and feels fantastic with Arm and optical soldered in. And the coating's also really nice. I have an OGM Wise Owl. I have a Topo, a typography one. The typography is interesting. The little typography lines you can actually feel. And I feel like I should have just gotten like a solid color or something to have a better coating. But my only beef with the OGM Pro V2, the weight's great. The middle mouse and scroll wheel are S tier. Side buttons are very good. Weight's very good. The ratios. It's a rather crappy feeling ratio implementation. I still have never opened mine up. It's like, dude, the mouse would be S tier if it wasn't, and people have forgotten about it, but it's a really good mouse if it wasn't for the main clicks. Maybe it's just my copy. They just feel spongy, hollow, and lack tactility. Okay, that's probably going to be it for the Darmoshark right there. Let me check on the dog and see why she's scratching at things. I hope it's just that she wants to go to bed or play or something. I think it's bed. She kind of has that sleepy look on her face. You know, she kind of gets Yoda-eared. Her ears kind of go to the side instead of like perky. Oh, my hands are so cold. Hi, Nova. Hi, girl. Hi. Hi. Okay, I think she just wants to shepherd me. Yeah, she just wants to say hi. Hi, girly. Hi. Hi, cutie. Yeah, she's nudging my hands. Hi, baby. She's holding she grabbed my wife's flip-flop. Her ears are all pinned back, and she's all happy wanting me to rub her. Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, it's good to know you're not, like, having to go potty. You got your food. You got potty. Man, I would let you out here. I just don't want her walking in the... I don't really trust her to not walk. She was exploring earlier when she was out here, so I don't really trust her. I'll be done soon enough. I only have 5 left. Oh, here's the DPI button that came out of something. Well, it's nothing that's in here, so that's unfortunate. That means I did not sand it down. Oh, that's right. I think I threw this in after the fact because I found it later. Well, I will have to Dremel that later then. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna dump my bucket here because my bucket is so full of plastic, bro. There's even like plastic at the bottom of it. Yeah, that's a lot of plastic. So something interesting is in my career, a very common manufacturing practice that involves mechanical engineers like myself is injection molding. And injection molding is not an industry I've worked in, but because of all this mouse stuff, I actually am very interested in it. And I want to apply to some jobs because I'm not the happiest with my job right now. I want to apply to some jobs that are injection molding related. I think that could be really fun. I think it would allow me to talk a little bit more intelligently about mouse stuff, but mostly it's just a personal interest of mine. It's just a really cool way of producing very complex geometry very cheaply and quickly. I think that's the part that has it wet my whistle. All right, next mouse is Cooler Master MM712. Forgotten mouse. Really good. Look at that forward sensor position. It's like a G-Wolf sensor position, dude. And it's on a mouse that's very cheap. And bro, this came out in like what, 2023? And it's like 49 grams. They did a good job designing this mouse. It's too bad we never saw an updated one. Cooler Master killed their mouse division. There was these solid shell colorful versions at Computex of 2024, I think. And they never released them because Cooler Master killed their mouse division. Sad. The dongle storage on this mouse is interesting. It has like a spring-loaded slot drawer. Yeah, I think Nova wants me to go to bed, that poor girl. And I feel so bad, like, part of me is like, what if she does have to go pee? If she only peed. But she scratches the door for everything now. It's like a boy who cried wolf situation. Do I believe her? Do I not? Oh, did I break something? Oh, that melted through already? Oh, what is this thing? Like a post melted through. Oh, maybe I was putting too much pressure on it because it's really tall and I didn't even notice it. Well, I think we're just gonna end... Oh, yeah, okay. That one's getting a little loosey-goosey too. Okay, those are just not very well secured. Okay, we're gonna move on to Zhaopin Z2 Mini. Weirdly, like, hot swappable. It's not actually hot swap. It is a solderless switch socket. Because to hot swap, I would think you, like, need... I don't know. Disassembling the mouse is not easy. It's not... They don't have threaded inserts. They don't have some quick release mechanism. It's just like opening any normal old mouse. In fact, I think... Yeah, no, it is just a single screw in the rear. Okay, it's... Oh, no, you do have to do the 2 front screws. Okay. Yeah. So it's nothing special, but they use these sockets for the mouse 1 and mouse 2 that use set screws to hold the switches in place instead of soldering. So I wouldn't call it hot swap because hot swap makes it sound like easy. This mouse, you have to open it up. You have to not strip the plastic thread. And once you're in, it is solderless to change mouse 1 and mouse 2. I don't remember if they include a little screwdriver. It uses like teeny tiny Phillips head, I think, screws for the set screws. If they don't include a screwdriver, then that tells you right there that it's not really intended, quote unquote. The Zalpin Z2 Mini, though, it's got a really nice coating. The shape, I perform well with it. It's not comfy to me, though. I think it's because it's kind of an ergo, but with, like, same button height. I don't know. It's interesting. There's a lot of... So, like, an OGM is kind of like an ergo symmetrical hybrid that leans more ergo. The Z2 Mini is more of a hybrid that leans more symmetrical. That's kind of a forgotten release. It's too pricey on AliExpress now. I think they're like priced at like $70. It's a good mouse, don't get me wrong, but if you can nab one for like $30 and you are interested in the shape, insta buy. It's good. Good coating. The solderless switches is, I think, fun for a lot of people. The skates, I think, were heat treated and kind of slow. Scroll wheel quality is good. Build quality is good. The weight's not great. I want to say the weight's like 55 grams because they used a 500 milliamp hour battery, if I recall. All right, we're not going to go any further than that. Next mouse is Mamba Snake M5, aka Attack Shark R5, aka IPI-C. So this is using, I think, a different polymer plastic, so I got to be careful with this one. They call it this, they're like carbon fiber composite or whatever, which I just think it feels like a nylon. So if it's nylon, I'd imagine it would feel a little bit more gummy and it would sand down really quickly. So far, that's not feeling to be the case. It does sound different. It sounds scratchier on the sander. This is a mouse that, it's a very good mouse, it's a very good product. For whatever reason, I just don't love the shape. Like, I still use my Beast X way more if I want that kind of final mouse type shape. And the IPI float, I'm sorry if I said IPI-C. The IPA float, or Attack Shark R5, whatever, it's not an exact final mouse clone. It's very similar, but it has this kind of like, maybe a wider feeling. I'd have to compare them A/B to really form a more solid opinion, but it's not an exact clone. They're very close though. Like if you really want a final mouse and you can't afford one, and the IPI, maybe you just love the way it looks. Yeah, try it. It'll get you 90% of the way to a final mouse. But if you really want a final mouse clone, WL mouse. Kind of like the Incut 029. I chose not to base sand those. I suppose I could have. But the 029 is not a final mouse clone. It's like slightly more elongated. So again, gets you 90% of the way there, but okay, I want to go a little bit more on the heavy grit here, but I also don't want to toast this one. I have a pretty fun, like, forest green Mamba Snake M5. Alright, we'll stop it there. 2 mice left. 2 mice. Here we go. 2 of my favorites here. We've got Darmo Shark M3 Pro Max. I love this mouse. I want to be careful with this one. And red. It has such a nice coating. The base isn't coated, but the rest of the mouse is. I want to make sure I do a good job with this one. This is one of my favorite mice. I suppose if I mess it up, it's not that expensive to replace it. But, you know, let's not mess it up in the first place. It's a little bit tricky to get this one even because it's such a large mouse, and there's not, particularly at the front, there's not a good place to hold on to other than the scroll. Oh wait, I can go right there. Okay, that's better. I was gonna say I don't wanna go all on the scroll wheel forks and burn those too. I kind of want to see how my face is after this, because I can sort of feel my forehead getting peppered by plastic or droplets or something. Both. Yeah, I'm not sure like Pro Max stuff is... The Pro Max actually is underrated. I think it's just the TTC dust proof. I think people just... In such a large mouse, they're loud, and it's a hollow sound, and it just feels cheap to people. But it's a really nice shape. It's a Final Mouse plastic shape. It's so wild that they never released an actual Final Mouse size. They stuck with the M3. The friggin' basically Final Mouse classic mold almost exactly, and they just never went smaller. The M3S is different. The M3S is like more rear hump. Alright, I think that's going to be it for the Dharma Shark there. Because we can hit it again with the next grid of sandpaper that I choose to do. And my last mouse, another one that I want to do well, the MG5 Save the Ocean Whales. Yes, sir. Okay, I don't know if the diffuser just popped out. There was like an LED diffuser for the DPI. Yeah, I don't even know where that is. Well, okay, it's gone. But I want to be careful with this mouse, because I like this one a lot. Annoyingly, there's a dongle storage door, and it uses a jumbo dongle, so... Okay, skate ridges are sanded off on this one, but I want to go more because there's a recess where there was a sticker, and I want that to go flat. Almost there. Okay, I think we're there with this one. And it is indeed, they do have, like, I thought the little speckles in the plastic would go away if I sanded it down. Like, I thought they would just be surface level, but they're not. They're going all the way through the mouse. Which actually makes it look really cool with a totally flat base now. You see the speckles more because there's fewer features to distract you. Cool. Here's what that final one looks like. I don't even know how my framing was during this whole thing. I think my head was like cut off from a lot of this. Oops, I probably should have shown my face. That always makes content a little bit more relatable. I suppose I could have been watching the stream. Yeah. Oh, do we actually have some translucence going on? A little bit. Not much. Oh yeah, you just get to see my fat ass. That's a bummer. Oh, I should have angled the camera up. You guys don't need to see all this garbage down below. Oh. We'll fix it next time. Maybe I'll work on this some more tomorrow. Okay. Well then. Let me go ahead and actually, I'll just adjust the camera now while it's on my mind. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, can you still see the skid mark? A little bit. Okay, how high am I up over here? Gotta change out this water bucket. Ugh, water on my tablet screen not working. Okay. Let's not use the dog towel. That's pretty gross. I'm gonna eat some of my delicious wife's cooking for dinner here. Very late night dinner, I guess. Maybe I should just go to bed. Play live. Let's see how this looks. I can go down a little bit. Okay. Oh crap, where was I? Son of a bitch. Okay, well, whatever. We'll have to just go with that. Okay. I think that's going to be it for the stream, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll continue this tomorrow. Maybe it'll be live stream, maybe it won't. You can sign up for notifications on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. I always tweet, or our Discord. Our live stream bot pings whenever I am live. Mousecast or otherwise. Oh, thank you guys for hanging out till the end. Crazy. I wouldn't have watched this garbage, but you guys are cooler than me, so thank you. I'm dumping out the water here slowly to see if I had any DPI buttons escape. Nope, looks okay. Just microplastics. I think we have leftover pizza actually that might need to be eaten first, but I don't really want pizza. I want that taco shit. Yeah, so good. My poor voice too. Yelling for like how long was this stream? Oh man. How's my face? I have no idea how bad my face is. My glasses? Oh yeah, my glasses are peppered. They look like that Save the Whales mouse. Yeah, lighting's not great up close to the camera. 3.5 hours of this. Isn't that what I said? Like 5 minutes a mouse? And times 41 mice, you're looking at like 200 minutes. So 2 hours. Yeah, okay, that wasn't too far off. Okay. Alright, bye guys. It's actually gonna take me a minute to shut down. Lol. So I gotta go upstairs and shut off the computer. Phone's still here charging. Yeah, 68%. Okay. We'll charge a tablet inside. I think this can just stay. Yeah, I think this can just stay. Oh, we will do one test before I turn it off. I will blow my nose and we'll see what colors we get. That is always the telltale sign of should I have been wearing protection. Oh no, okay, looks pretty good. Yeah, no, that's good. Okay. Nice. All right. Camera. Sorry, you're turning off, guys. And then I gotta go turn off my streaming computer. Nova's gonna be so happy that I'm back inside. It's nice and warm in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my sweet doggy is in her spot on the couch because she knows I'm gonna come eat dinner. Yeah, hi, sweetie. Is this your comfort spot? Yeah. Usually where we hang out, you and me, when we're feeding Joey late at night. Yeah, my sweetie. Okay, bye-bye, chat.